When you were showing me that video, he said he was going to blow your mind. I'm curious how he was going to blow your mind.
I just let it go.
I don't even know when the hell I said that.
That's a good starting point. I like it.
I'm going to blow your mind.
Hey everyone, this is Anthony with Not Cool in High School.
Recovering, by the way.
Yeah, I have fucking horrible acid reflux, and hey, here's a beer.
Good job, Tony.
Did you have some
Good job.
Pepto-Bismol or something?
No, I took a pill. She got like this generic Prilosec or whatever it's called, or Prostatasec, or I don't know.
Prostatasec. That's good stuff.
It sounds better.
Tums?
Yeah.
Man, clean out the pipes, I'll tell you that
It's
much.
bad. It's bad. What happens is, like, I go like a couple weeks, and I had a really bad drinking over the weekend, and then I get to the point where I feel like I'm full like a balloon, and then like I woke up this morning and I was just like, I'm gonna get a drink of water. Maybe it'll burn or go away. And
I remember. No,
And
keep
all
going.
right, yeah, just thanks, Sven. And then
I thought he was going to say something about
never.
acid reflux.
It's never anything important. So I took a sip of water and it was just like, oh, time to puke. And then the rest of them, and then like once I throw up once, it's in my head, and then I gross myself out, and then it just doesn't
I
stop.
absolutely hate throwing up. It's one of the-
I don't
hurts.
mind it.
It's terrible.
I don't mind it. I
And then my blood vessels break. It looks like I'm dead.
Really?
It'll get all red through here.
Yeah.
It's
Pop
so
blood
painful.
vessels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
so that
painful.
was our intro, the puke story. So hey, so thank you guys for tuning in. Last episode did really well. A lot of views. Yeah, we did really well last episode.
I hope you like my shit, too.
Yeah, the Ben's fucking virgin cave in here. It was crazy.
Imagine if you just heard just that soundbite. I hope you like my shit. Too.
Yeah. But yeah, we didn't. It was our first week of trying out a topic. I thought it went really well. It was fun. I hope you guys learned some cool stuff about the topic. How Nintendo are secretly perverts. But aren't we all?
Well, that was Atari.
No, Nintendo Love Hotel.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not Custer's Revenge.
And the sex cards and stuff like that. But yeah, so let me just maybe turn this up a hair for me. All right. So yeah, it was a fun experience.
I enjoy breaking out my stuff, too. So.
Yeah, you fucking brought a car full.
Yeah.
I hope
like
you just
3
moved it right
boxes.
to your house.
No, I didn't.
I would.
That would've been a smart
I
thing,
easily
yeah.
could just
Put it right in
move
the-
it.
put it right in the closet.
It's
Yeah, I would have moved it
easy.
right to the new house because you brought half your room that night.
I know that you don't ever like want to
That was
go
only a
super long
quarter.
with an episode, but I could have went for a while yet,
Yeah.
discussing how awesome Nintendo is. But yeah, it was super good.
We could always retouch Nintendo. I'm sure that's not going away anytime
Well,
soon.
my
system
God.
spotlight. I guess you
Everything,
could say.
yeah.
That was only a quarter of my room. Not even
I believe
a
you.
sliver.
Yeah.
It was like a
He
sliver.
probably has a ton of stuff packed there. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot to unpack. No pun intended.
I told him you better start packing.
Maybe the first episode we can do like when you move in your house, and we'll do an episode of this at his new place.
Oh,
I'm actually gonna have a video game room, like my own multimedia library. It's just gonna be one dedicated room.
So when Ben bought
awesome.
the house, he's gonna remodel the whole house except like one wall. It has like velvet textured, like
It's really 70s. It's awesome.
it's like
60s.
it's like red
Yeah.
velvet fuzzy wall,
Like a
that's
pimp's
gonna
wall.
that's gonna
Is
be
it-
our backdrop.
Is it clean yet?
Yeah,
Like it's not like all scuzzed up
like
over
basically
time?
like it's like going in stages. The one guy already put
he's been brushing the wall.
ceiling.
With the
It is
toothbrush.
very relaxing after a long day of work. I'd be like, Oh shit, I feel better.
Yeah. What happens is Ben goes in and he takes his clothes off and he just rubs his body against it like catnip.
Yeah. The wall's very cool though.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
hey, fun fact about velvet walls
About the
and
wall.
like smoking jackets. Do you know why they're made out of velvet?
Are they not flammable?
Because the fibers in the velvet, the cigar smoke doesn't stick to them. It airs out a lot easier. So therefore, you don't smell like cigar smoke. So that's why people wear the smoking jackets that are made out of velvet. Fun fact.
That's pretty interesting.
I don't want to
did not
smell
know
like
that.
smoke. It's okay if I die of lung cancer.
yeah.
Yeah, true.
I'd hate to die of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you guys are interested, obviously hit that like, subscribe button. Also, our merch store is there, so go grab some stuff, help us out. The merch store has been doing really well. We're getting closer to getting better mics, which definitely going to help out not just this show but other shows. But we can go on better locations
this sounds fine,
and do
fine,
better
you
things.
know?
This is fine for here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if we had to like say if we got invited to like, hey, come
Here.
to like a con or come here and set up a booth and do like a say for some strange reason like Harrisburg Comic Con's like, hey, we like your show.
Yeah.
You want to do a live episode at the con?
That'd be
And
fun.
plug it.
It'd be fun, but these mics would never work.
Oh,
Pick
definitely
up all
not.
the
Yeah.
surround sound.
So the newer mics that we're looking for are better if we were to get if it was a more open space.
Okay.
And we'd probably use them on the show if it was only 4 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it would look better, and then I would have just like if say if we had 2 people sitting here,
Yeah.
I would have 2 people share. Just put this mic in next to them, and work it that way. Oh my god, I'm just a fucking acid reflex burps.
So the sooner that you buy the merch, the sooner we can get those microphones, and the sooner we get to the better content.
Yeah, I mean we're working on it. Well, obviously our
Right to
goal is
that
to
point.
get
I'm
better
Neanderthal.
microphones, better soundboard,
Yeah.
better camera to make it look a lot better. I mean, there's a lot of stages, but I'm in no rush. I just appreciate you guys tuning in and having fun with this here. News-wise, I'm just trying to see if there's anything crazy here. I don't want to get too much into it, but the Suicide Squad cast got announced. Was there
John
anything?
Cena.
Yeah, was there anything that's out there that kind of caught your attention that's worthy of a conversation?
I kind of want to say something. One of my favorite comics. It was called The Far Side by Gary Larson. The guy basically just wrote like comics. It was like one hit wonders, like one hit liners,
One
very
panel.
good, like
One
real
panel, yeah.
like good punchlines on one panel. And they came out like in the 80s up until like 1995. And like ever since then, they kind of like rehashed some of the stuff, like the classics. He's coming back, baby.
That's awesome. I was a big fan of.
New
I was a
Age.
big fan.
I thought he was dead. What was the
No.
knockoff one? Non-sequenter, I believe it was.
Non-sequester.
Yeah, whatever.
So I just got an email from Loot Crate, Fright Crate.
Oh.
You just got your new crate.
Yeah, but I prepaid for like 2 more. There's
Yeah.
an X-Men one coming. Like I want the X-Men. This one was called Toys and stuff.
So it's not over. Like they're gonna keep going.
I would assume someone's gonna buy it.
Pretty much, they sent me an email saying, "Hey, do you want to re-up your Fright Crate and get it for like the next 2 years?" And I was like, "Well, if they're selling crates for the next 2 years, they have no plans of going anywhere."
Yeah.
So that's coming out. My Fright Crate will be coming soon. We'll do an unboxing of that. Here's a quick topic: GameStop, not doing so hot, closing a bunch of
I
stores.
wonder why.
They're getting fucking hammered.
I wonder why.
Now, here's the thing. This is not me rooting for a company to fail, because that's just a terrible thing to do as a person. I've met so many friends who worked for GameStops or currently work for GameStops.
Are disgruntled.
Some of my best memories and some of my best friends I made were sitting in a GameStop. You know,
I agree, yeah.
it was a great place for people to get together and have conversations. But the problem with that is GameStop employees would then get in trouble if they talked too long to customers.
Yeah.
And the company itself of GameStop did everything in their power to ruin exactly what made people like me want to keep going back to your business.
And I agree with that too.
I don't think the company is a good company to work for at all.
No.
I would never work for GameStop.
I remember I used to tell my friends, like, when they would be working there, and they're like, I'm like, yo, what happened to what's her name? And they're like, oh, she was the manager. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, oh, they fired her.
Yeah.
Like, why? I'm like, oh, that's just what GameStop does. You get promoted, get to a manager spot. It's like the kiss of death. You know you're not going to be there in 6 or 7 months. Almost guaranteed.
That's why I
Oh,
say
wow.
GameStopo, all them.
Yeah,
them
and it was
memes.
just, it was,
GameStopo.
and it was to the point where, like, maybe this is the reason why the company didn't do very well, but I doubt it. But I remember got to the point where, like, employees who used to work there would be like, yo, we don't like the way the company's policy is. Like they ruin
Yeah, you
people.
can read if you search online for GameStop like worker disgruntled.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
about
I
the
used to have
policies.
friends who worked there, and they'd be like, "Yo, if you trade, if like they know, like I know you like trading your games in, but if you do it now, we have a way that like it's a secret code type thing where you can come up and trade things in and put it towards something and actually get your money's worth for your trade."
Oh, wow.
And I used to have a lot of employees that would like look out for me like that, you know, and it's to the point where even the people who work there are like, "Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you like pre-order 2 games?" Because
They need it. They need that quota.
and you know what I mean. And it was, and they didn't like doing that. They didn't like begging and saying, "Hey,
Yeah,
like."
not everyone comes to buy pre-order games.
Yeah.
huh?
It wouldn't know. So it's if the company, which it does kind of look like it's going that way, will probably not be around.
Someone will probably buy it maybe for the, I don't know, the physical store. I don't know. Something,
Yeah.
You know, the rights or
Maybe
whatever.
pretty much like
It
startup.
kind of turned into a point where it's more of a pop culture show. Pop
Yeah, like
culture,
like FYE.
Yeah, you could buy like shirts and pops and toys and
Yeah.
stuff, which I think is I think it's smart. Like
Yeah.
it's probably not going to be their best interest now because they put so many bad things in front of them.
Yeah.
Um,
the whole, trading games and not giving you shit for them.
Yeah.
That turned everybody off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I always like
turned
Game
me
Crazy
off.
more.
Yeah.
I don't trade games in anyway, so I mean they never got one on me. but-
I've went digital a long time ago. I'm a digital guy,
yeah, I'm
except for
very
Nintendo.
not digital.
Nintendo, I like the physical thing.
Last system to collect for.
I have something that I've been thinking about all week, and I couldn't think of a better place to bring it up. And it's kind of the point of this. Does anyone know, or is the question rhetorical, why? From what I understand, like CDs, DVDs, like a lot of the money is the packaging, and what it takes to make.
I know
packaging.
exactly where you're going with this.
Why are we paying the same price for a digital download as we are for the physical copy?
Yeah, I thought that too about
What's
digital
going?
comics.
Like,
too.
what is up with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I agree. I think if they sit there and say, "Well, we have to make these games $60 because it's the packaging," or
There's so many people that are not working by not making the physical copy. No one's printing the labels. No one's slapping it together in the
Or
case,
shipping the
making the
games,
case,
yeah.
shipping it right.
Yeah.
You're cutting so many people out, and we're not
And then the game's the same
getting
price. Yeah.
right. We're not seeing any kind of benefit from buying the.
That's what I
digital
first
copy.
thought with digital comics. I'm like, well, no one's printing it. You only got to make one.
Right.
You got to make one, and then you can sell it multiple times.
And copy it, yeah.
I actually just got into the digital comic thing just because I don't have any more money to spend any other direction.
Is there an answer to why that is the way it
I
is?
don't know.
or
I
do we
don't
not
know. I know Xbox is working
I'm
on
sure
something.
they have a
Illuminati.
roundabout answer.
Yeah.
Like
I guess.
I think
Superficial.
I think if they turned around and said, "Hey, if you get the same game and instead of 60, it's now 35," I think they're afraid it's going to turn around and tank the whole physical industry.
Yeah. Maybe.
Well, you kind of figure with like books on Amazon.com, like you could buy the physical for $12, or you could buy
Yeah, the Kindle
Kindle
version
version
for
for like
$5, yeah.
$2.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, God, I wish Heidi would go that route because every fucking weekend she's going to a book fair and she's
Really?
bringing home another 8 boxes of books. I'm
Well,
like, first off, neither one of us fucking read. And you read really slow because I've seen your book collection. It's growing faster than you're reading. It's just out of.
I
Well,
can't read
She
a
wants
book.
she wants a fucking library
Oh, really?
looking.
Well, yeah.
It looks good. Yeah, it look great. We'll look so smart. Yeah.
was Stan Lee would say, it's like a pair of boobs. You gotta grab them.
Yeah,
and
yes,
you gotta
Stan
you gotta
Lee's-
feel them and smell them.
No, I didn't say that.
No,
No, I know. No,
said-
no, something along
He
those
said
lines.
it's
No,
like boobs. He likes
I-
looking at them, but he would rather have them in his hands.
Yes.
Yeah, there you
He
go.
didn't say
there
don't
you go.
smell them.
I know.
He wasn't a pervert.
Could you imagine Stan Lee?
Yeah.
Man, I'd like to smell boobs. That's my
I
best
know. I
Stan Lee.
shouldn't slander Stanley like that, but it was just along those lines. It's just like
Excelsior!
Oh boy,
but whatever.
Another Bolton.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure who posted this one.
That Dragon Age, I posted that
yeah,
today.
Andy did.
I posted
Andy.
that today. Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3 coming to Switch.
Dragon Warrior,
And only
yeah.
Switch. Well, no, it's Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest.
Dragon Warrior.
AKA Dragon Warrior.
Yeah, I believe 1 and 2 Dragon Quest. Or
Is this
Dragon Warrior.
AKA Dragon Ball Z?
No. It's the same artist that does
Yes.
it.
Okay.
It's Japanese role-playing games, but
Yes.
Dragon Quest 1 and 2 were Dragon Warrior in America.
Yes.
Okay.
And then from 3, it became Dragon Quest.
Yeah,
Yes.
throw another,
And
I
then,
was gonna say.
I think they did make a different 3
throw
Dragon Warrior.
another
games.
yes in there.
Yes, I love those. Dragon Warrior is so awesome. I love those games.
I had a Nintendo. I didn't understand leveling up then, so I just keep like walking. Why am I dying up here? Like if I would have only understood the level and then go slowly.
Yeah.
A very fucking
But it's
steep
only $5
learning curve with those Dragon Quest,
Yeah.
Dragon Warrior.
And I
games.
checked PlayStation, and then I typed in Dragon Quest, and then it comes up as Dragon Quest 11. So and Dragon Quest Heroes and
Yeah,
so.
I think that's really good for the Switch because I think
Yeah,
the biggest
the
thing
old Nintendo
that's
games.
the biggest thing that Switch fans want is they want RPGs. RPGs do really well on Switch.
I saw, but I didn't post because I'm trying to figure out how to do it. But they were doing a port of one of the Game Boy Color ones that was really popular.
Oh, I think maybe Dragon Warrior 3, maybe?
I know Link's Awakening.
Something about Monster.
That was
Monster something. Sorry, guys.
Oh, no, wait.
Did anyone...
Oh, shit, I don't remember.
There was that Dragon one for Game Boy Advance, the Dragon Quest, like Monster Hunter or something.
There's
or the Blue Slime, because I remember you pre-ordered, you got the Blue Slime like figure or something.
Fun fact. I got a fun fact. The slimes are edible, and guess what flavor they are? Lime flavored.
The blue ones.
So they are edible, yeah.
What flavor is the red one?
I don't fucking know.
Oh, and then
I only know the blue ones are lime. That's all. You got me.
The silver one is automatic level up when you beat it, but it always runs away.
Yeah. Anyone check deals that are going on PlayStation or Nintendo right now?
Actually, I'm gonna kind of get into it with Blasphemous because I've been playing that. They had it marked down to $25.
But you didn't see what else was on sale right now?
How much was
Not
it
really.
normally?
It was like I think it was like 30.
It's 25% off.
Oh, okay.
It was like
So definitely try to find that for next week.
I don't think there's any good
try.
sales going
I know
on.
Xbox changes every week.
Oh, PlayStation is every like couple weeks.
Really?
Once a
So
month.
right now,
it's not every week.
And I don't think Nintendo's that often.
Yeah. Nintendo has a really good sale going on right now, only if you're in like a certain region right now. I just
Really?
watched a video. Yeah, it's really
wow.
crazy. Rugby 20 is on sale. We Were Here Too is on sale.
No idea.
Constructor Plus is on sale. Niflheim.
That is the
Niflheim.
with the Norse underworld, right?
And Truck Driver Simulator is on sale right
watch
now. Actually, you know what's really funny? If that game ever was like $6, I would probably
Just to
buy
see
it and play it 100%.
You know what game I found that I didn't even know existed? It's called Wreckfest. It's for PS4 and I believe Xbox One. This is a Destruction Derby game. Because we went to the fair Saturday night and watched the Destruction Derby. I was like, remember that game for PS1?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So, the Crew. I don't know if you've ever played The Crew. The Crew is the game where it's it's America, and literally it takes you 2 hours to drive from New York to California in real life
really?
time. Like it's a huge map.
Yeah.
There's a Destruction Derby mode in that. That's a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Wreckfest has everything. It's not just cars. There's trucks, RVs, school buses, and lawnmower Destruction Derbies. I'm like, I'm gonna buy that game when it comes down when it gets cheaper. And I can keep talking about Wreckfest if you want.
I can do Nintendo too.
Go ahead. Yeah, the Nintendo. They always have kind of sales, but there's no like overarching Labor Day sale or what like. PlayStation's only once in a while.
And I know that like Amazon had like a Labor Day sale for like Switch and PS4 games, but I shit the bed on that.
Sometimes those sales are the shit. It's like 10% off. And it's like, oh, what's 10% off of $60? You know, it comes down to what, $54.99.
But kind of going off of the topic of Nintendo. Well, Nintendo Switch has been fucking slinging it with like exclusives and all nostalgic material.
They have almost every Neo Geo game, but they're all like $6.
But still, though,
I mean, I wish there was like a one big package.
That would be the best.
But I'll tell you what, that's really helping them out with getting their new system out. Apparently, because they're going to be coming out with a new system at some point.
Yeah, but that wouldn't make you buy the new system.
But I'm just saying, though, like you have all this rich history and like how everything's so smooth and like detailed and everything else.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But
Xbox is also having it's called their extended play sale, save up to 75%. You can get Ark, Evolve Season Pass, Surviving Mars, Sims Luxury Party, Battlefield 1 Premium Pass, which I think is silly because they pretty much announced on the next Battlefield that there was no more Premium Pass, but do you, boo-boo. Conan Exile Files Year 1 Bundle DLC is on sale, not a really big sale. Titanfall 2 Premium Bundle, Warhammer coins if you're into that, Valkyria Chronicles 4 DLC.
I did not like Valkyria Chronicles.
Yeah, Alien Isolation Season Pass, pretty much all the Battlefield stuff that they used to make you pay for full price is now on sale. City Skylines Season Pass 2, Conan Season 2, Darksiders 3 DLC, Dirt Rally 2.0 DLC. It's pretty much all DLC from what it's looking like.
I hate when it's DLC sales.
That honestly, I don't mind that because there's certain games where I'm like, I'm not going to get the DLC because I want to see what I think of it first, and then I can go back and grab the DLC if I like it. Like, I'm waiting for when Watch Dogs 2 DLC goes on sale. No. I'll pick that up.
Usually, with the DLC, if I'm not playing the game when it comes out, I never play.
Well, here's a cool one. So if you're if you have The Witcher 3 and you didn't grab it when it was on sale for the full game, super cheap, you can get the expansion pass for Witcher for now $10. You can get Hearts of Stone for $4 or Blood and Wine for $8.
I think there's enough in that game where you don't need DLC.
Yeah.
That game's huge.
Now they're also having a Square Enix publisher sale on the store.
Kingdom Hearts.
So Kingdom Hearts is on there for $30 now. Kingdom Hearts 3, which I still think they need to fucking find a way to get 1 and 2 on there because
You think they would have?
yeah.
Yeah, you would think is
Shadow
right.
of Tomb Raider, $20.
I
Just
played that
Cause
one.
4, Life is Strange 2, complete season. A game called Forgotten Annie, Final Fantasy Royal Edition, Final Fantasy X and X2 HD Remaster, Romancing Saga.
I have 1 and 2.
Deadbeat Heroes, Black the Fall,
don't know that one
Deus
at all.
Ex. Deus Ex,
Deus
is
Ex
actually
was
a lot of
not.
fun.
That was I didn't care for that. It was all orangey themed where you had like the cybernetic implants
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I don't know. I couldn't get into that.
Pretty much, it looks like whatever's on Xbox right now, Final Fantasy wise, is on a really good sale. So if you're an Xbox guy and you want to grab some Final Fantasy
Probably
stuff, check
download
it
the
out.
old ones like 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
I don't know if 9's on there. 7, 8. Well, the remasters coming out.
Just Cause, if you're in Just Cause, if you're in a Tomb Raider,
I
would
played Just Cause 1. That was my second 360 game.
actually remember that game Murderer Legacy where you die and then you come back as
I
a
like
ghost.
that game. Yeah. I mean,
That-
it wasn't the best, but
It's not going to blow you away, but I've heard decent things about it. I heard it's something that you should definitely at least try.
I played through the whole thing. I beat it.
If you want to get
Murdered Soul Suspect.
yes, $2.99.
That's worth $2. I bought a physical one for 10, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I got almost all the achievements in it. It's not actiony, but it's a cool like supernatural thriller suspense.
Yeah.
It's a fun game, like Alan Wake, but if you took the action out of Alan Wake.
If you're a Tomb Raider guy and you haven't played them and you want to grab one because it's cheap, definitely do
I
so.
played the first one.
Thief, the game Thief,
Love.
$2.99.
I've never
Nice.
played it.
Oh,
Oh.
Thief, something of Shadows or something?
Yeah.
No, that's the one with the goblin.
And then you can
Deadly
get
Shadows is
Deadly
3.
yeah,
Okay.
and then no, Thief is like you're a legit thief and you like it's like a parkour game, first person. And
well, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
yeah, and then the
Okay.
DLC is really cheap too. World of Final Fantasy Maxima is on sale.
No idea.
No idea what that is
No,
either.
I don't know either.
And then the last sale, which kind of ties into what I'm playing right now, they're having a. This is not what I wanted it to load up. Here we go.
Well, let's talk about it anyway.
Rockstar publisher sale. So all the Rockstar games are on sale right now on
Holy.
Xbox. So you can pick up Red Dead Redemption 2 for pretty much $36. Grand Theft Auto for $15. LA Noire for $20. You can get the
Did not
Megalodon
like
Shark
that one.
Pass card if you want, if that's what you're into. Online edition only is $15 if you just want to do that. Red Dead Redemption Special Edition version, which is normally an $80 game, is $43. And then the $100 version is $50. So there's some cool stuff there.
that sounds fun.
Shockingly, I don't see it on here. I thought it would be. No Bully. And no I know the other two Grand Theft Auto games are on sale. They might be on there. Check it out. It's just not shown on their website, but usually you can probably grab the last two Grand Theft Autos that are now backwards compatibility on Xbox.
Yeah.
San Andreas is backwards compatibility, but not
Really?
the other ones. Yeah.
Oh.
PlayStation, you can get the other ones backwards compatibility. 3, Vice City, and San
Really?
Andreas.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
cool. I was never a real big Grand Theft Auto person, though.
I think they should
Remaster.
the old.
Why not? Yeah. 3. Yeah, 3
So-
in Vice City. Definitely.
That can actually segue into something I was kind of doing some research on. So there's some rumors of what to expect for next Grand Theft Auto. It's project named Grand Theft Auto's Americas,
Okay.
which is kind of hinting at it could be
North and South.
Canada, America, and possibly South America.
Okay.
It's the rumor is it's going to take place across multiple
Cities.
multiple cities and a longer time frame.
Oh,
So if your
wow.
character is playing in the 70s, then he's now in the 90s.
Really?
And the economy changes from the 70s to the 90s. So if
Okay.
you were to like buy stock in the game in
Yeah.
the 70s, and then when you play the game
Yeah.
throughout in the 90s, your stock is worth more. Or if you go buy a sports car in the 70s and
Yeah.
you keep it in your garage, and they want to make your car feel like your horse in Red Dead.
Okay.
Where if you take care of it, you wash it,
Rather
you
than
take
just steal them and
yeah.
whatever.
So by the time that your car is now in the 90s, it'll be worth more because
That
you
might be cool. Then I can see a lot of problems with the
Yeah.
whole 30-year thing.
I think it's a cool idea.
I
I think
think-
it's a really
It's
cool.
They
something
would
different.
have to do it a certain way where I think they got it on under the on the
It's supposed to go
They
back
got
to
it on,
Vice
but-
City.
Oh wow.
It's supposed to take place kind of based off the TV show Narcos. So
have no idea
it's
anything about the show.
Pablo Escobar. So there's going to be
Who's
some
Pablo Escobar?
He's a drug cartel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's going to take place in some South America drug
Oh,
lore,
okay.
and then you're bouncing back and forth from Florida to
Okay.
Vice City.
You know,
to
I say it's time to create your own character.
this one will not. You can do that online, but in the story you can't.
Who cares about online?
Well, the reason I say I'm cool with it not being a creative character
Yeah.
is because it's gotten so good with voice acting. It would.
Yeah, but you could still get good voice acting. Like Saints Row, they hire some pretty. The girl that did the
That's
one
true.
voice in Saints Row voiced the female shepherd in Mass Effect.
That's true.
2 and
That's
3.
true.
So I mean,
But here,
I understand
feel,
for the story,
I feel
like,
if
but-
I were to have had a creative character and not
I mean,
Arthur
that's-
Morgan, I'd have been like, it wouldn't have got the same
Who's
effect.
Arthur Morgan?
Arthur Morgan's the main guy you play in Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah. It
Well,
would have
yeah.
been a different experience because the
That's-
way they mocapped him and
I
stuff.
think that might be a little bit more story driven than Grand
Yeah.
Theft Auto. I would say
It
Red
kind
Dead.
of is.
I mean,
yeah.
like
no, it is.
It was fun to play as Nico Bellic.
I don't know. The last Grand Theft Auto was very story
No,
driven.
no, no. I'm talking about Red Dead. Like I thought they were. Yeah.
I
never mind.
see my friends
Next
playing
me.
the
Next
last
me.
Grand Theft Auto. I didn't like any of the main characters. I said that's why I don't want to play this game. I don't want to be any of them.
I thought the same thing at first too, but when you play that game, I don't know if it's just me because I got so immersed in it. I played the game differently depending on what character I was,
Really?
subconsciously, and didn't even mean to do it.
Were you all reckless with that meth head guy?
Hell
With that
yeah!
shirt?
When I was
I
fucking
had zero desire.
when
to
I
play
was
this.
Trevor, I was like, yo, I'm gonna do some fucked up shit. And then when I was Franklin, I was like, I kind of like Franklin. I want to kind of like, I don't want him to be in this life, so I
Yeah.
kind of played more of a good role. With Red Dead, you do that too. Like Red Dead, you could be a complete
good and bad,
asshole,
yeah,
or
yeah.
you
You
can
have
be a good guy.
affinities. Like you could go on the total end of it.
Doesn't say like outlaw and then something else.
Yeah.
There's like a slider.
I'm
around.
actually on the very last
Yeah.
chapter of the game right now in Red Dead, and it's been
I
a
didn't play
great
2
journey.
at all. I'd like to though.
Yeah, it's been a great journey.
I just hate the fact.
Don't say anything.
I'm not gonna say
yeah.
it.
I mean,
but-
people, if you've
Then
played
tells
it,
you what
know.
happens
yeah.
at the ending. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, it was already kind of ruined on me, but I found out myself. So,
I put it this way: I really liked playing as Arthur. I really did.
well, that makes you enjoy the character.
I really
more.
enjoy, and he was at Philadelphia, the Great Philadelphia Comic Con. There were a whole bunch of them, whole voice actors.
Yeah.
it was pretty wild.
It was awesome
I didn't
game.
get to see him, but point being,
Another cool thing they
It's
talked
fun.
about for the new Grand Theft Auto is they're supposedly trying to find a way, or they're going to make it a little more realistic when it comes to the fact of your weapons, where you can literally carry like every single weapon in the game on your guy, and he kind of just pulls it out of anywhere. Where in this new game, your car is kind of where you have to keep, like in this new Red Dead, you can't carry 14 rifles,
Yeah.
16 shotguns,
Yeah,
8 pistols.
yeah, that's okay.
Your 2 pistols on your side, and you can have 2 guns on your back.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then when your horse has your invisible
Oh, okay,
storage,
yeah,
that kind of
inventory, yeah.
So that's what they're trying to make the car
go to
do
your
that.
trunk, yeah.
You go to your trunk, and then you're
that's
like,
pretty
okay.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and it makes you go into a mission.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. There's some Red Dead missions where I'm like, oh shit, I got off my horse and never popped a gun off, or had it set to automatically take a gun with me.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the entire mission with my fucking pistols.
Oh.
And then I'm running
But
up to the first guy I kill. I'm like, thank you.
I remember there when I was like, I would just have my guns I thought were good, and I just use them, and that's it.
Red Dead, you had to clean your guns, like
Oh, yeah.
maintain them.
Really?
Like if you shoot them too much, you had to like clean them
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, and it would
or the-
actually show like the dirt and all that, so you get the oil and go.
Like sometimes that stuff's cool, and sometimes it's just annoying.
It was fun.
Like Dark Cloud with I gotta put the dust on my weapons so they don't break.
Oh, the wet.
Yeah,
that,
breaking
the
weapons is
repairing
and
that,
that's the one thing I hated about Breath of the Wild.
That was the only thing I didn't like about
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild.
I'm
is
like-
breaking weapons.
As soon as I got the Master Sword, I used the Master Sword, and then it has to recharge, and then I would just throw things until the Master Sword recharged.
Yeah. So it doesn't break; it just needs to recharge.
Yeah, yeah.
That's better.
Yeah,
That's a better
I
versus
stopped
losing
whatever
a
I was doing. I
weapon.
looked on the internet. I said, "I'm just gonna get that sword and fuck all the other weapons."
Well, you know, with Dark Cloud, like if you used all the, like if you used
That
the
would be a
weapon,
great game to come
like,
back.
The
And
hit
remastered.
points, the hit points in your weapon, like if you went all the way down, it broke and you lost that weapon for good,
Yeah.
which is fucking dog shit.
It sucks if you're in the bottom of a dungeon and you run out of powder.
yeah,
And,
I didn't fucking like that at all.
that's why I couldn't beat that game.
It was a
because of
fun
that.
game. I really enjoed that game. I
and
remember
then it came out with Dark Cloud 2.
I didn't play 2, I have it, but
I
I
liked
played it.
I liked both of them.
I never played 2 then, too, but teach your own.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were fun games. There was other stuff for the Grand Theft Auto. I don't have it in front of me. I'll get more into it when it gets a little closer.
Yeah.
Obviously, it is supposedly they're going to do an announcement possibly this year.
Oh, at least a little bit. Yeah, well, 'cause
Yeah,
Red Dead
they'll
came
do
out, Red
something
Dead
out
came
of
out
the
this year,
woodwork.
right? Real early this year. Or was it last year?
It was like last year, yeah.
But
Like,
Red Dead announced 2 years before it came out. They said,
Okay.
"Hey, Red Dead 2 is here. Here's
Yeah.
some imagery." and then 2 years later it
It's
came
like
out.
Bethesda, how they do Skyrim Fall. Skyrim Fall.
Yeah, it will be. Red Dead took almost eight years.
Wow.
Red Dead 2 was being worked on where Red Dead 1 was wrapped.
Wow, how about that?
So if you think about it, Grand Theft Auto, people still
Well,
don't
they had to
realize.
build that from scratch, basically.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 1, you know?
Do you want me to blow your mind a little
Grand
bit?
Theft Auto, people think it's still a newer game, but that's been re-released so many times.
Yeah,
like,
that they know what they're doing. But Red
so
Dead's like, we got
they've been working on that for so long. Yeah.
Did you know that the Red Dead rights was actually owned by Capcom?
No, yeah.
Weird history behind that game. And then Rockstar ended up, they were a different company and they bought the rights to the Red Dead because like Capcom and Rockstar had like something along those lines of like, we want to make a game like this, and then they try to build it, but then at the same time though they kind of went to their own formula like the Grand Theft Auto series.
Yeah.
There's a cool little history behind it, so take a look at it.
I never played that first one for a 360 or for regular Xbox.
I've never played the
Red Dead
original one yet.
Revolver?
Yeah, that was more of an arcade shooter.
No.
That's where it kind of spawned off
Yeah,
of.
Red Dead
so.
Revolver. Yeah, but there's a lot of cool stuff coming out, so definitely we'll talk about that when it gets closer. But it's going to be exclusive to the next gen console only, from what they're saying.
Well,
And
at some point, everything is.
expect it no later than 2020 or 2021.
Take your time, make a good game. That's
Yeah.
how I look at it.
Yeah,
anymore.
they're a lot of fun. When a new Grand Theft Auto, when a new Rockstar game comes out, it's just like, for me, it's like
Really?
they're the one, like how people get excited for Skyrims.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the Rockstar
Well, I remember
games.
when Red Dead came out, it was a big deal.
Yeah, I loved the
And when they used to do Grand Theft Auto Midnight Release and everything, people used to go for that.
Red Dead Redemption 1 is still, I think, one of the best games I've ever played.
Right? I really liked it.
The ending was, I'd never seen that ending coming. To the point where you kind of thought it was going to happen in part 2 because they were
really?
ambitious
Oh, they
with it
did
with
the same
part
thing.
1.
I
Red
thought,
Dead,
like, maybe I can possibly survive this.
yeah, Red Dead Redemption 1 also had one of the best DLCs I've ever played a video game.
The Nightmare.
It was so
I
good.
never played it.
So good. Like, you literally will watch a human being like run. Oh my god,
Yeah.
help me! And you're like, I'm gonna watch them. No, I'm not helping. And then the zombies attack him. They're chewing on him, and then they look at you and they come after you. And then you kill the zombie. And if you stay there long enough, the guy who you watch die
come back, yeah.
reanimates
Oh, wow.
and turns into, like, it was so
I
beyond
was
its
so
time.
burned out and hated everything zombie at that point because that was like at the height. Everything I was like,
Yeah.
I don't even want to
Don't
touch it.
blame me on that.
Yeah.
Don't blame me.
I
on
was
the
kind of
slightest.
done with zombies before they even got to the height. I'm like, I don't get it. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, even you got that way with vampires then too. Like it got
I
like
don't think
fucking
it-
overwhelmed.
Not so much in video
vampires.
games.
No, yeah.
Well, I mean, just
True
in
Blood, when that
general,
was real
not
big,
Video
you know?
games.
True
like-
Blood.
I never watched that
Twilight.
show. Yeah. That was
Yeah.
probably the height for the vampire thing. But the zombie thing really lasts a long time. Where people post on Facebook, "I wish a real zombie apocalypse happened." Like, you can't even fucking make food by yourself. What are you saying? You wish everyone died, and
Yeah.
like, come on.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So I want to get into something. I want to share a bit of news too.
Go ahead.
New Pokemon, Surfetched, is a far-fetched evolution.
Yeah.
Exclusive to Sword.
Exclusive to Sword. I
I think it looks cool. I never liked Farfetch'd, but I'll play.
I fucking
want
love Farfetch'd. I wanted him to get
Pretty
redemption.
funny. Bird with a leak.
Yeah.
And then a bird with sword leak.
Yeah.
And a
Sword
like,
leaf shield. Yeah. Leaf
That's
shield.
fucking radical. It'd be cool if he had like Halberd or whatever, and it's the swan that was like a deleted one then too.
My mom has been going ham sandwich on my account for Pokemon Go.
Oh, God.
Like, she plays my account
Yeah.
for me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I just don't have time to play. And she's like, it's okay, I like playing 2 accounts. Like, she likes,
Wow.
right? I'm like, don't worry though, because when the new Pokemon comes out, like, I'll teach you how to play real Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like,
in that.
yeah, she played Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and liked it, but she liked she still enjoys Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
She literally has a group of friends. They all live in Monte City. She makes a phone call and they're like, "Yo, everyone, let's go to the gym and let's rate it." And they work together. Like, it's like a community.
I've seen them on the Discord chat, actually. It's
Yeah?
really, yes, absolutely. The Monte
it's
City,
very cool.
older women, yeah, for sure. I've seen it.
My mom's one of those
That's
ladies.
hilarious.
Yeah. She loves it, man. When she plans vacations, like, oh, I'm gonna go. I can't wait till we're gonna go to Maryland this weekend. When I go to Maryland, I'm gonna do some Pokemon. Like, she likes to walk around the town and she
awesome.
plays the Pokemon game, which is exactly what the game was designed for.
Yep.
So when people shit on us, like, if it's not for you, then who cares? Like, don't like. It's,
Yeah.
There's
if you
people.
don't like, you don't play it.
Yeah, exactly. She, like I said, she has a fucking blast with it. She met a lot of cool friends. She met cool people. Like,
awesome.
it's her way of getting out of the house.
Yeah.
But now she's excited to actually try the new Pokemon game. Like, she bought a Switch.
wow.
She
snap.
plays the Switch games a little bit. But she really likes her She
Okay.
went out and bought the ball.
Oh, she's into it. Wow.
Yeah, she has like the little ball.
When I first played, I'm like, this is very basic.
It is.
You know, like,
it was a very.
And I was like, I gotta play it for a little bit. Then I was.
That's
done.
why I told her. I said when you get into this like next gen Pokemon game, like
it's not just
it's
catching
gonna
Pokemon. Look at
blow
what
your
Pokemon I
fucking
caught,
mind.
you know?
Yeah, it's gonna blow your mind. I've always been a person. I'm more of a catcher. I like to catch. Not so much a battler. I like to catch. So Let's Go appealed to me because I was someone who just I want to get my decks filled.
Yeah.
Even when I play the game, I'm like, all right, I got to level them up. But I'm more or less trying to catch them all and not so much be the best. I'm not trying to be the very best like no one ever was.
That's me.
I was trying to catch them all.
Gotta get them badges.
Yeah, I would not so much a battler. I like to collect.
I would breed for IVs and I was
can care less about IVs and stuff.
Crazy.
Could you talk? You're weirding me out.
Don't say anything. Just let them go.
Yeah. Ben is like a fisherman. All right, so Ben casts his line out, and then he stares at you like,
And no one bites.
"Can you bite?" And then when you get a little close, you nibble. He sinks his hook in.
Man.
So anyhow, another thing of Pokemon news. Ash Ketchum won his fucking tournament after 22 years on the Pokemon animated series.
On the anime series.
A 10-year-old with 22 years worth of experience. As the meme is going around, and players are looking for the next Ash Ketchum.
But like the way they just designed his head is like drawn. Like all the characters' heads are like.
It is
and
they
look
weird. I fell out of it like, when did I
think I watched season 1
It was like
too,
maybe
I watched season
that
1.
was
Actually, I love season 1. But
season 1 and then season 2 was pretty fun with Gold and Silver, and then I think they did like a Ruby and Sapphire one, and I kind of petered off at the Ruby and Sapphire version. It was like I really liked the show. Like I really was immersed in Red and Blue. Like I remember, like as Tony mentioned, I think like last week that used to get Pokemon Red or Pokemon Blue and like ride on the street lights and like trying to play the game. Like I remember playing that and having like the link cables and shit. And then Gold and Silver was actually one of my favorites then too, because it was just like, how you gonna follow but Red, Blue, and Yellow, Gold and Silver? Holy dog shit! Like you're just like, wow.
It's just so much.
What news? Pokemon,
it's so nice knowing that, you know what I mean, like that there's at least something there.
I don't know what we're talking about there.
I don't know about CPs, so I don't know.
That's how strong they are.
Yeah.
CP? Oh, I don't understand a CP. I mean
combat power.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, there's like you have to get
my strongest one's a giant
nature.
gorilla. I don't know how that's a possible thing.
Jeez, that was loud. Sorry.
That's a.
Like you have to
He's
have
shiny.
like,
He's
like,
a shiny gorilla.
Like say for example,
It's a
like you
sloth.
have like if you have like if you have a Goldeen that has like a calm nature, it boosts this certain stat, and then you have to defeat like 3 Geodudes
That's what I was
and like
into.
all that fucking shit.
That's what I was into.
Really?
For sure.
I didn't get
my
that
one
too.
buddy.
I would breed for nature. I would breed moves into
Right.
them. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah.
No joke. My one buddy from New Jersey chains shiny Pokemon and does the IV shit.
I watched someone
don't know how he does it.
on YouTube go crazy for the chaining and the shinies
Really?
and stuff. Yeah, I do know there was another cool thing I forgot. I don't know all the games that are being announced, but I do know coming to Game Pass soon on Xbox is going to be Bloodborne.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bloodborne's coming to Xbox Game Pass.
I would not try it because it's hard like Dark Souls.
No, not Bloodborne. Not Bloodborne. What's the game you guys were obsessed with?
Bloodstained.
Bloodstained.
Oh, that's going to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Bloodstained's coming to Game Pass.
And
Sorry.
you were playing a little bit on Sunday.
Yeah, I died exactly right at last time.
Really?
Yeah. Am I not supposed to fight that thing right away?
What the water
The thing with
monster?
the thing with the fucking giant fucking ball chain.
Yeah, you just go and hit him twice, back off, hit him twice, and then you get
Yeah,
like a
you
level
gotta
up.
have a
him.
little strategy behind
Dude,
it.
I couldn't
You
get
could
in
probably
there.
level up a little bit before you
Yeah.
fight him, though. and
Yeah,
then
level up a
load it.
little bit, man.
Yeah, I
Don't
was
go
like,
hard.
this.
Like you have to kind of work it a little bit.
Yeah, I was like,
Once you start getting a little bit better at it, then talk.
it's like 2 buttons. I'm pissed that I'm not good at it. It's jump and punch.
Jump
Yeah.
attack, and you have that backdash thing.
Oh yeah, I'll
Should
figure
be
it out.
left trigger.
You'll get it.
Or left, whatever.
Right now, I'm
it's
just
called the switch.
super immersed in getting my Red Dead done, and then I'm trying to do gears in between. Who's mine? Is that me?
Yeah,
Viber?
that's me.
Oh.
It's me talking.
Anything else you guys are playing?
Well, I was playing Blasphemous, and that's like a Dark Souls Bloodstained. Like it's all pixel perfect. They actually made the animations and whatnot.
It's like Metroidvania, Castlevania,
Yeah,
side-scrolling.
Yeah. Basically, what the story is that you play as the penitent one, and it's all like dark gothic Christian like fucking mythology and what have you.
Mythology.
It's
Christian mythology.
It's a little wild. Like
You offended somebody today.
yeah.
Oh well.
Christian mythology.
Yeah. I think the game would probably offend people if you're real religious. But
Yeah, but I mean,
wouldn't care.
what a fucking beautiful game. Like, no joke. Like, it's like all the cutscenes are all done pixelated and it's all detailed too. So, like, if you're really into, like, the old, like, NES games or, like, Neo Geo games, like, this game's right up your alley. It's like, I think it's like 2.5 or 2.8 gigabytes. That's how big the game is and, like, how detailed this thing is. And, wow, I mean, talk about a little bit of a steep learning curve. Like, you cannot blast through this game. Like, you gotta watch what you're doing. You're gonna die, like, at least 10 times. But I fucking love playing it. I mean, once you beat the bosses, you feel like, wow, I fucking accomplished something. And you also can pick up relics and what have you then too, to actually boost out your stats of like your sword, and like you have rosary beads then too, like different items that you can attach. Like you can add like extra defense or offense, and like pieces of tombstone where like if you fall, you get your recovery times eliminated, so you could just bolt off. It's really well detailed. Even the music is fucking excellent too. I'm just wow.
It's awesome.
Wow.
So
It's on my radar. I can't wait. I can't wait to play
We're
it.
going to hear about this game every day for the next 6 months.
You're goddamn right you are.
I don't think it's a real long game, downloadable.
He'll
It's
milk
about
it.
like
Yeah.
it's about like 50%, but I'm gonna try and get like the 100. I'm gonna try and get 100% trophies.
Going
and
all the
try and
way.
find
The only
all-
thing that
all
turns
that,
me
yeah.
off is the maybe the difficulty might be it's a bit too extreme.
Andy,
Like,
if you could
hard for hard's sake.
put it this
which
way,
I don't appreciate.
Put it this way: if you played through Bloodstain and you completed that, it's a little bit difficult. But if you played like the same style of game, it's well worth it. I mean, $25. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna dive into it because I didn't. I'm like, fuck it, I'm getting Blasphemous, and I just started playing. I'm like, wow, that's cool. I would actually cosplay as him too, and have like the crying like the blood crying.
Because
I would fucking do that. But
the guy is like a penance thing where he has to be paying for his sins or something like that. He has a giant pyramid head thing with spikes coming out and blood.
it's a
coming out.
fucking wild helmet. Man. It's
It looks like a Silent Hill bad guy.
Yeah, I would look at it and be like, I'm done.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
I don't like how he looks.
Sometimes when I get overboard with it,
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna like Bloodstain a little bit when I turn it on, and the girl was like in the most skimpiest schoolgirl outfit of all time, and I'm fighting demons. I'm like,
she's not even that bad to be
like,
quite
what the
honest.
fuck
with you.
is this?
She's in her dress. Her dress never changed. Well, you can get a couple different
It's
colors.
it's actually like presentable. It's not like like
No, it's not.
other
It's not.
ones.
Her ass isn't hanging around. I
No.
don't see a little boob.
Yeah.
A little cleavage. Nothing more than any fighting game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just call too much. But what are you playing now?
Just Torchlight still.
What's that?
Torchlight.
Awesome.
Torchlight 2. It's
Torchlight
fun.
2?
Yeah, I made the engineer class and I got the.
Are you playing online at all?
No, fuck online. I don't care. I'm not playing with somebody else. I play by myself. I have a bunch of. I would rather play with someone I know. If you play with someone that you don't know,
Yeah.
loot drops and they can steal the loot and stuff. Or
Oh,
go take
really?
out the gold. And
I was the same way as a PC gamer. I'd play with my friends, but I would
Yeah.
not play with strangers.
Yeah,
Like,
I love.
it's
fuck
I'd love
that.
playing.
Yeah.
It's just like Diablo. So let's say you killed some monster and some like epic drop or something. They just, I took it. I'm just
Well, Diablo, it could be the setup the way though where you play online and they can't see your loot.
Oh,
and you
really?
can't see theirs.
Maybe, I don't
So
know.
That's what Diablo 3 did.
That's smart, yeah.
Where like if something drops, I'm like, oh, there's something over here, and they'd be
Yeah.
like, I don't see what you see,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. It's fun. The engineer's cool. Elemental
and then all
warrior.
the gold gets split up between everybody.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Yeah, I have to.
It's a fun game. I think
it's on my list.
everything.
I want to
Yeah.
grab it for the Switch. But
A lot of times you like an RPG dungeon crawler, you know?
yeah, Torchlight one was phenomenal. So
Yeah, I
definitely
really
wanna-
liked one.
I want to get it.
I only played the one class though, the Gunner Girl, which I made now and I liked, but like you have to use health potions all the time.
In retrospect,
But like my warrior now, the engineer girl, like I never use. It says 100+. I'm playing on normal, just like she just does so much damage. You can boost her armor
That's
and everything.
cool.
in retrospect, have you went back and tried Ultimate Alliance again?
No, I got to.
I didn't even finish it.
No, I couldn't finish it.
I was so hyped for it, and I started playing. I was so
the fact that
disappointed.
every single character's powers level up exactly the same bothers me.
Yeah.
And the whole like, well, I have to use these 4 people. I can't use anybody else because they all suck.
I gave it a decent review initially, but then going back and like,
I think I give it like a 6, maybe even 5.5.
yeah,
out of
it was a
10,
huge turnoff.
because the leveling up sucks.
Yeah,
And if you get a new character, you're like, well, I'll probably just use them because they're 2 levels higher than my characters. and it takes forever to level, and everyone levels at the same pace. That's so dumb.
You're literally
That is dumb.
It literally forces you to, when you get to a new character, to play as that new character, and then get your next character. And by the end of the game, you're like, oh, your Captain America's here, and then you get 4 new characters dropped in on you, and you're like, well, they're stronger than mine. So that it's like forcing you to pick the new people.
Yeah,
And
maybe
then
they didn't mean to do that, but you kind of have to, like when Elsa Bloodstone, like, well, she's level 24 and I'm level 20.
Same with a Pokemon.
She's
Like
doing more damage.
Pokemon, when like you had to like swap a guy in, swap a guy out,
Yeah.
and finish the battle. It was like,
Yeah.
this is just fucking too many screens, and
And-
just give them all XP.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. And then you can't load them. You can't, like, you can go back and play the random missions. I forget what they're called.
Yeah.
They were like the
grindy stuff.
yeah.
You have to
they were
grind
like
your
the,
ass
the
off.
shield file, but like since a level 1 character takes as much experience as a level 30 character to get to the next level, it's like this takes forever.
Yep.
And it's like this is dumb.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, when you told me about it, I kind of was just like,
Yeah.
maybe I'm not
And
gonna
every
get the
single
game.
power
Maybe
levels
they
are exactly
patched
the
it
same.
and they
Yeah.
changed it. I'd have to look, see if they did, but
probably not.
if they didn't,
That's
it's
why I'm
a
like,
huge disappointment.
It's really a turn off.
And that's why we were like when we were talking about Bloodstained, how it was just like so nice knowing the fact that like when you leveled up and you increased in stats.
I
and
can't beat
everything
this
else.
boss. Let me go level up and I'll give it another try.
Yeah, and then like you actually had a decent chance, but if like
and it won't take
if you
me
like fucked
10
up,
hours.
yeah, and like you didn't, if you like purposely fucked up, you're like, okay, well I got to change my strategy, and then you changed it, and lo and behold,
So to me, I think a big turnoff for me as a gamer is when there's too much. Like, so like, has anyone ever played the new Monster Hunter?
I didn't. The graphics look phenomenal.
I love the Monster Hunter series.
Have
It's
you
just
played the new
fact-
one?
I have not.
It's
no.
there's so. When I go to the first shop screen and it takes me 8 years to fucking go through every menu, and then
Yeah.
certain foods do certain, like, it's just a stat game. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a big stat guy, you would probably enjoy the hell out of it. But to me, sometimes I think it's too much is too much.
Yeah, especially all at first. Like I like some games when like they give you a little bit, and then like as you play, you'll knock more and more. That's
Yeah.
like Torchlight. Like at first, you
Like
can't
shooter
take
games,
the gems out.
I
but then you
can't stand that because you have time to play the game for 12 hours a day. That when I log on, because you've grinded, your guns are always going to be stronger than me.
Yeah.
Your character's like that's
That's
not
why the aligns
it's
them
not
down,
fair. But
Yeah.
now that the shooters are like, okay, yeah, I can have that ability, but on the same token, your guns can still kill each other. Or like, there's counteractors. Like this guy's better than this guy, and then the counteractor to like how they have classes now in
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
I think that's really fun.
like a rock paper scissors dynamic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Personally, like
Hold on. What have you been playing?
Right before I tell you what I'm playing, I just want to say that this Friday, Link's Awakening is coming out for the Switch.
Yes.
I pre-ordered
okay.
it.
And
I'm super excited.
the new Switch comes out too.
Yes,
Yes.
that also comes
Oh,
out.
could you get a physical one for it?
I'm getting the physical
Oh, wow,
one.
cool.
Yeah. Now I love the game, the Game
Yeah.
Boy game. So like,
I never
pretty
beat
much, I know it takes back. I think it's going to be really good. The only like little hang up I'm having is I'm not sure if it's going to be a $60 game. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't think it would. I mean,
it really
maybe.
shouldn't.
I don't know. We'll see.
I would hope
I
it's a
feel like it's a lot.
remastered
Yeah.
I would hope it'd be
it's all
40.
redone.
40 is reasonable.
I would think so
Yeah.
too. So it's $60, and I'm feeling like I might not feel like it's a $60 game,
yeah.
but I'm getting it anyway. It doesn't matter. So I'm really excited about that.
What remastered is this of?
Link's
Link's
Awakening,
Awakening,
the original
the Game
Game
Boy.
Boy.
Yeah, so I took
game.
the black and white
It's-
one and made it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the one where it's like the huge bird egg on top of the volcano.
Twin fish.
It's not.
I never really was a Zelda guy. So
You could only have
Link
two.
or Zelda guy.
You could only have two weapons at any one time. So you didn't have like because of the Game Boy thing. You only had A and B. So like on Super, you could do the X and Y. But this it'll be like you could do your bow and bombs for bomb arrows, or you could do a sword and shield, or you could do like a feather for jumping and your sword. Like
Okay.
you can only ever have two things, and I think
Yeah.
they're sticking with that. So
which I kind of like. That
it's cool.
too,
It's a cool
so-
mechanic. It's how you play the game, so I can't.
Is it
imagine them not
3D or
doing
is it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no. The art in it looks so beautiful. It looks like
it looks like
actual
Animal Crossing.
toys.
Really?
It looks
Oh,
like
wow.
real.
You know-
Like there's a shine to everything. It looks like real toys.
Oh,
like
that's,
on
that's
the, it
pretty
looks
cool.
awesome.
You know
I
what
know
I
you collect all the
kinda-
instruments.
Yes.
I
Every
thought
boss has an
I
instrument.
thought it had like a little cutesy Animal Crossing look to it.
It does have a cutesy
Yeah.
Animal Crossing look for sure, but it's like I said, it look like real toys. It
I
looks
know,
beautiful.
I'd like to play it.
Looking at Link, he kind of reminds me of like the little Playmobil toys.
Yeah.
like
Okay,
definitely.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I have to show you a picture of them. But and so also yesterday, one of the days, and I'm sure that everyone's a little played out on it, but it's a big deal at my house. Castle Crashers came out on the Switch.
Oh,
And like my
man.
girls are like over the moon, and we love Castle Crashers. So like we used to play. I used to have to drag the PC downstairs and like plug it in.
Oh, God.
4 Xbox controllers. So like now to have it on the Switch, everyone's like, "Yeah, when are we getting it, Dad?" It's $15 on the eShop, so
Not bad.
yeah, that'll be alright.
Not bad at all.
That was always a fun game that I played in college. Like me and a few other buddies would like play it on Xbox.
Yeah, it's a good game.
360 and
I think it has a good replay value. Honestly,
oh yeah,
I liked Alien Hominoid, the one before it.
that's a really good game too. I had that for Cube.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
And the same company also did like a flash game called Dad and Me, and that's like
Yeah,
showed
you showed me
Andy.
that.
It's like this big dude that looks like a Jason type, and then he has a little kid that's fucking jacked too, and
Yeah.
you kill the little kids.
So I have been
Weird
playing.
shit I talk about.
I've been playing. It's going back. It's not a new game by any means, but I've been playing Bendy and the Ink Machine.
I've seen that.
My youngest
okay.
daughter wanted it for her birthday, and my dad kind of dropped the ball on her birthday, so he sent it to us just like last week, and we've been playing it. It's like a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare kind of thing. So like, the role of being a dad when you have little kids is like you're the guy that's gonna beat the part that nobody else can beat.
Yeah.
So like they're going through the jump scares, and I'm like watching. I'm like, these kids never played Half-Life 2. Like they do not know what it's like to fight head crab zombies. Like, and they're jumping and they're scared. And it's not my opinion, my own little personal review. It's not very scary. I guess it has like some moments. There's like some demonic things going on there. So I guess if you're a little kid, that could be a little frightening. What was effing killing me, and me and my wife, they went to bed one night and we just stayed up for like another 2 hours trying to beat this part, and we cannot do it. The game is kind of broken. You clip, and at times you shouldn't clip. Like it's like we're doing this boss fight, and he's throwing roller coaster cars at you. And my wife just turned at one point. She had a pipe in her hand, and she turned and it like hit the pipe perfectly, and it blocked the attack. And we're like, sweet, like we can cheat our way through this. But then like it's inconsistent.
No.
Like the whole thing is it's kind of broken.
What system?
That we're playing out on Switch.
Switch.
I think it's on X3 or Xbox One.
I think it's on a few of them. Yeah,
It's like
I
a
don't know if it's on
5
PlayStation.
episode kind of. It was released as episodes, but when you have the physical copy, it's all together. And we're over halfway through it, and it didn't take long either. But it's kind of grindy.
Yeah.
Is anyone interested picking up or looking to pick up in the future Borderlands 3?
Not interested.
No, I played 1, and that ending pissed me off so much I didn't want to play 2.
That's very
Yeah. And then I did play 2 a little with my friends. Like, oh, we'll level you up because they got it after, and they were like, oh, 30, and they leveled me up. And I was like, well, I don't understand where to go or anything.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna start over, and I never did. I like the game. It's fun.
I watched.
Still repetitive though.
I watched.
Yes,
links
that's
in
what I
our
was gonna say.
links in our description below. Link in description below. Big Jeremy's stream. I watched his stream. It looks really good. It has a really nice look to it. I probably get it when it goes on sale. I just have so many games I got to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That probably will never play.
Yeah. So here's a
That's not gonna make the cut.
here's
Nothing
a
against
quick
it.
a quick thing that I did over the since the last show. I went to a concert. Went and seen some live music. I went and seen the Backstreet Boys.
I knew you were
Yeah.
gonna say it. I knew it.
So
Who opens for the Backstreet Boys? Or is there no?
Who
opener?
can?
Yeah, NSYNC?
a little kid named Bailey,
but not the wrestler.
not the
Oh
wrestler.
my god, I hate it already.
And Bailey is a country singer.
Well, that's weird. Well, popping, I guess.
What did you
It
think?
could work.
And Bailey is the member of Backstreet Boys, Brian's son.
Oh, so that's why he got the
Yes.
in.
He has a full band. The band's not terrible, but it's funny because like I'm not a huge country guy.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people are like, I hate country and I love country, but I fucking hate rap. But they'll listen to someone like him be like, he's so talented. All his lyrics are like rap lyrics, like hey baby, we're going 0 to 100. It's looking flawless. I'm like, you're literally just stealing rap's catchphrases. You know what I mean? Like he has a song about like being with a girl and he'll come downstairs and she's in nothing but a t-shirt making dinner.
How old is this?
Yeah, I
kid?
was just gonna say.
16.
Oh.
16, yeah.
What does he know about anything at 16?
And then he has like
If you're a son of a Backstreet Boy, that
maybe-
might be plausible.
maybe he's 17. I don't know. He has a song where he talks about drinking on the beach, and the song is called "We in This Beach."
Oh, God.
It's proper grammar.
It's probably
Nice.
poppy country.
It was
then.
terrible.
It's like top 40
It was
stuff.
horrible.
Really?
We in this beach
Horrible.
together.
Yeah,
It's
we in this beach
horrible.
together.
Oh my.
So then the Backstreet Boys come out.
The place erupted, didn't it?
It was.
I bet it was crazy.
So when we were first in our seats, I was like, "Wow."
I got a burning question.
How many percent female was the?
There's a funny
How many panties did you hear drop on the freaking floor?
It was nutty. So we were watching. I was like, man, they lost a lot of money because when we went there the day it rained out, it was packed. Like you couldn't fucking move. And then this show, like maybe 45 minutes before the show started, there was a lot of empty seats.
Yeah.
And then the lights kind of started getting dimmed. And then by the time the lights turned on, the place was packed. I don't know how quick I don't know how they literally ran in. Like it was packed. So we were in line.
Everybody's burning doobies in the parking lot before
Backstreet Boys.
Oh shit, tailgate!
We were in line.
Right
Oh
through.
my god.
Heidi had to stand in the longest line I've ever seen in my entire life.
For what?
To go to the bathroom.
Oh.
Right? And I'm like, I look over at the men's room. Not a soul there.
I'd say just go.
I went in the men's room, and a woman and his daughter walked out.
Yeah.
First, I was like, horrible double standard. Because if it was the other way around, and I walked in your bathroom,
Yeah.
I would be fucking on Megan's Law. You would
Yeah.
fucking have me arrested.
for
I
sure.
would, like, the rest of my life would be ruined. And it just to the point where I think I sparked it, maybe because I was cocky. But I walked in and I took like a Snapchat video, like me by myself, like spinning in the bathroom. Like, there's no one in here. Like, I have my own private bathroom in Hershey Park. Literally no one in there. And then one other guy walked in. He goes, "Holy fuck!" And I went, "Right? Like, you just want to hang out here, be friends? Like, we'll get
Fucking
beer.
partying the shit out
We'll
of
get beers." It was beautiful. There was nothing. There was no mess. It was the
Wow.
cleanest. Imagine go to a fucking arena,
Yeah.
and you're the only one in the bath. It was, and I can't.
Well,
I'll
I
never.
would think that the most of the crowd there was 90% female.
So I came out like
Probably higher
talking.
than that.
Before you get into that,
I came out talking shit like, "Yo, there's no one in
The
here."
girls start going over.
Yeah, and they all fucking.
Can you blame them?
It was taking party and bullshit to a new level.
The one guy, the guy who was in the bleachers next to us, was like, "Yo, I went in the bathroom and I couldn't use the bathroom." I was like, "What do you mean you couldn't use the bathroom?" He goes, "I went in to take a piss, and girls were literally squatting over the
my
urinals."
God.
And
Oh my
like,
God.
Get out
Chaos.
of there! Wow.
I'd have been like, I would have pissed.
Yeah, fuck it.
Like
At
you're
that point.
you're in my bathroom.
Yeah. That's
right.
Like I would have pulled a kindergarten pee. I would have fucking
Oh, God.
pants and underwear down
But
to
you
the
can't be
ankles.
sued. I mean, you're
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
right
no.
bathroom. Yeah.
Oh my God, you would not believe it. He came in and took his dick out. Where? In
the men's
bathroom.
room.
Yeah.
In the men's room. What were you doing? Peeing in the urinal.
Never
They
mind.
can figure it out down there and like kind of angle it. They have like a ricochet.
Ben,
Oh my God.
Ben, please stop talking
I was
about
going to say,
this.
just stop it there.
Yeah,
Just stop right there.
You're fired. You're not allowed to talk about women's vaginas ever. That's our new show rule. We're gonna make a board.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But they could do it.
So the show was entertaining. You can definitely tell they just came off of Vegas residency, because their show seemed very Vegasy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Which is not a bad thing. It was higher production. The only thing that I was telling Heidi, and she was immediately upset, thinking I was shitting on the show, is when we showed up for the show the first day, the stage was done up. There was cross beams and lights and like
Lot going on.
pods.
Yeah, because I assume they all walk around.
Yeah. The stage had a huge extension piece. And we showed up that day, and it was literally just an empty stage.
Really?
Oh wow!
So I was like, "You got ripped off."
Yeah.
She goes, "No, I didn't. I'm still seeing them." I'm like, "Yeah, but like part of it's the
Yeah,
production.
yeah.
Like they brought nothing. They're like, we'll just add this to the end of the tour, and you're not getting
We'll
anything."
just stand around and sing.
Yeah.
And,
So I was kind of I was a little disappointed about, but they put a great show on. They were very entertaining.
Like, I don't think I could make it 2 songs.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. The one dude in the band, the one with the tattoos and the beard and stuff, he actually is probably the most talented out of the group.
Yeah.
But he's like, the girls like him, but they're more like the
Is he
main two
is he
dudes.
the least attractive of them?
No, he's the more like he looks like if he walked in, he could walk in with a guitar in his hand and you would think he's in a metal band.
Oh, okay.
But he's in a
He's the
boy
bad
band.
boy of the
Yeah,
group.
he's the bad boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But his mic, his voice was a lot more powerful than theirs, and he actually was more of a showman on
Oh,
stage.
okay.
But it was fun. It was a good time.
Is that the Justin Timberlake band?
That was
No, that was
Oh,
insane.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay, they're all the same to me.
yeah. It was a good time though. It was fun.
Is it
You're a better
Aaron-
person
Aaron
than I am.
Carter-
Because if I was
Aaron
with
Carter?
somebody, I would have said absolutely not. I would not go there. But
Yeah.
then I would not ask a girl to go see 3 Inches of Blood.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Was that Aaron Carter's in that band too?
No,
right?
that
Or
was
is that NSYNC still.
Aaron Carter's older brother Nick.
Nick Carter,
is in
sorry,
that
yeah.
band.
What about
Aaron Carter was he was another singer. That he's like a huge like.
What about the guy that was married to Jessica Simpson, Nick Lachey?
That
Nick
was
Lachey, that's
98
degrees.
Oh, see, I'm naming the people that like it got past the boy bands, got to the next level.
This band is the one that does everybody. And,
Okay, yeah.
And that's
Who's like the main guy? Like, what's his name? Like the leader, I guess you could say.
Was it AJ?
it would either be, I think that Brian or Nick are the two ones everyone goes.
But
crazy
they
for.
never got like into movies or anything.
No.
Oh,
No.
that's weird. 'Cause
The
they were
main
super
dude
big.
Brian, from what they were talking about when we got there, I guess he had a cancer scare.
Oh, jeez.
Then he had heart problems where he had to have open heart surgery twice.
God.
And then he had something like cancer or something in his throat.
They're not that much older than us.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah, they're really not. Like when NSYNC Backstreet Boys started, I think they said like Brian and Nick were like Nick was like 14.
Really?
Brian was like 17. The one Kevin, he was 21. So imagine him
He's
at
the
show.
old fart.
Yeah, he was.
None of them girls want him.
Yeah, he was.
Man, they look,
He's
they
the one
look
that-
a lot older than...
He's the ones that
Wow.
they only go with it. They have to get the other guys.
Kevin's the one who
Kevin.
dresses like a Japanese guy all the time. Like he
Wow.
always has like the kimonos.
Oh, really?
Jackets.
That's
and
weird.
stuff.
Well, you
Yeah.
need a gimmick when you're 4 or 5 white dudes and you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, so it wasn't
hilarious.
I know it's probably the not best thing to talk about in this show, but it is technically music and
Well,
that's
it is.
yeah,
I'll say that. I'll
so-
give that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
different bands. We did that before.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It's definitely not my thing, but I think I would really enjoy the experience of like when they start and the place is like rah, like I'd be like,
I'll tell you what,
Yeah, I'm sure they're into
That's
it.
Ape shit, yo.
the crowd started getting a wave going.
Really?
And the
Oh.
one side of the stadium tried twice, and it didn't work. And then they got it going, and then it hit this end of the stadium, and then I looked down, and then our side of the bleachers started doing it. So then our side was way into it, because they were like, we were all laughing at them, so then
Yeah.
it came to us, we're like, well, fuck it. So they all did it, and then it went around, and then into the pit, and then it literally, the pit like,
the pit at Backstreet
yeah,
Boys.
like it wasn't really a pit,
Well, I
like
know what
there
you're
was a
saying.
section
the
that,
area that's in front
General
of the
admission.
stage.
yeah, there
General
was a
admission.
section of stage that was standing
Oh
only.
wow! I
but
thought
then-
they would have seats there.
and
you
then
know?
everything behind it was all chairs.
Yeah,
which I
okay.
thought was stupid.
Well,
I just think it should be open for everybody. That's just how I
yeah,
feel.
or a
Oh
place
my
like that,
God.
a band like that, I would put chairs in the
Yeah.
whatever the pit area. I guess you could
Yeah.
still call it the pit.
Nobody was using the chairs.
Yeah.
Nobody was using the chairs.
Yeah.
as weapons.
Yeah, as well.
But
Well, since you went to an event, I actually went to an event last week. It was called RetroCon, and it was in Oaks, PA. And it was
we talked about this last week, though.
No, well, I was like kind of like I talked about, it, but now I want to talk about it a little bit more because I actually went through it.
That's funny.
So-
I don't want to talk about more.
So anyhow, it was a very fun convention. It was a $20 entry fee, but you got to see a lot of really cool stuff there. They had some people from like the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and they had Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I didn't get to see him, unfortunately. But what was that one wrestler that you posted on Facebook? You're like, I got some.
Bruce Pritchard, Brother Love.
Somebody dressed up as Bruce Pritchard.
Oh, that's as a brother love.
Yeah, Brother Love.
It was fucking
That's
amazing.
awesome.
It was
That's a good
amazing. And I
idea.
was like, he was like dead nuts. I'm like, I know who that
That's
is.
a deep
I'm like,
cut for that con. I mean,
yeah,
geez,
it was
I mean,
freaking
a wrestling
great.
con. It's still a deep cut.
Yeah,
you know?
He's very popular.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
with the
Yeah.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch. There was
You
like
should
a whole
have
bunch
took a
of
picture.
like.
I would have took a picture. I love
Well,
taking picture cosplay people.
There was
Especially when it's something cool like that. It's like, oh, you know, and
They
they're
had-
all about it, you know.
They had a whole clan of people that were GI Joe members, which was
That's
pretty
kinda
cool.
cool, yeah.
And somebody was Cobra Kai, like Cobra, like I wanted to fucking say that, and then
You wanted to, but you didn't.
No, I did. I said
Okay.
Cobra, like, and my buddy's like, oh my god.
What if
you
he was
fucking
like,
sound
no,
a-
don't do that.
Please don't do that.
He's like,
He-
oh,
here's a
Anthony's
ver-
like, don't just. I just dressed up.
He did very well. He had like the whole like draped mask
I was
and
gonna
like
say they had
the
that one or
contact
the dome.
lenses
Alright,
too.
Well, listen,
Oh,
we're gonna loop back to this because you have some show and tell. He has some
Okay.
show and tell, and
Oh,
then we still
okay.
have your topic.
Here's
and
my
we're,
show and tell.
tag team.
I don't have show and tell.
I thought,
but I'll high five you
Oh,
anyway.
I'm sorry. You had the sodas.
Yeah.
yeah. So, but do your show and tell while you're doing the
Sure.
show and tell. Andy, what
Yeah,
is our
sure.
snack tonight?
Mystery Oreo, the new one. So
Whoa.
the last one was officially Fruity Pebble flavored, and that was last year. or year
I hope
before?
this one's barf.
Yeah, so who knows? I'm assuming it's a good flavor, but
It's cum. No.
it's Mystery Oreo. That'd be something like, how do you know? Let's see.
I can imagine Tony eating this and be like, dog shit. Throw the fucking Oreo.
So this is a gamble for Andy. 'cause
Let's all smell it first.
If
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
cream
yeah.
cheese or anything
Are,
like
are
that.
we gonna say or are we not gonna say?
No, you can say what.
Alright.
Say the wrong answer.
It kind of smells cinnamony.
Because you can win $50,000.
Don't say the wrong answer. Say what you actually think it is.
Say the wrong answer. Fuck it. I want to win $50 million. We could,
Salsa.
50,000. We can put it in.
None
the
of us
podcast
are
or
winning
whatever.
that. Yeah. Here's the thing. Have you ever heard of anyone that won a mystery flavor contest?
No.
No one wins. It's just a gimmick. What do you get? What do you smell?
I got like a cinnamon gingerbread.
That's why I'm getting cinnamon. Maybe it's got a cinnamon bun.
Definitely gingerbread. Yeah.
But you never know.
But I mean, they're white colored. They look like a normal Oreo. Let's see. I figure mystery flavors. You can try the cream a little bit.
Yes. We'll eat it the Ben way.
I'm gonna eat like Ben.
Sorry, Ben.
Is it gingerbread cookie?
That's what exact.
That's what it tastes like to me.
That's like dead nuts. Dead nuts.
It's either
gingerbread.
gingerbread, like cinnamon gingerbread, or like a pumpkin spice. So like something like with a spice or a ginger to it.
Not pumpkin.
Definitely gingerbread.
Isn't
That is
bad.
100% gingerbread.
You know what it tastes like? Them windmill cookies.
Ben, enter it. Put your name in.
Them windmill cookies.
Not cool in high school.
Put
Yeah.
the,
Yeah, I wanna-
after all taxes are taken out, put it to the podcast, 10 grand.
That's new equipment.
There's no equipment. Yeah.
And that's like little side trips here and there.
Yeah, we'll go to San Diego Comic Con with it too.
You can go to mysteryoreo.com to uncover more clues and submit your vote. And here's their clue. Pairs well with chocolate. Well, fucking... Isn't that every Oreo ever, technically?
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because almost all of them are chocolate. I mean, some are the white ones. Yeah, I'm getting like a gingerbread...
100%.
So there's these Vorton cookies, and they make ones that are big, that look like windmill.
they're very
They taste
they're very
just
good.
like
I'm probably gonna have another one.
Yeah, go ahead. As many as you want.
Where do I go?
mysteryoreo.com.
What if you put it in that goes, you win? Here's 50 grand. What's your PayPal?
You know what would be funny? To hear what some other people say, because some people say things that it's so far out there. It's like, no.
What is something you heard?
Nothing yet from this. But I mean, that Mountain Dew, that tastes like cotton candy. No, it doesn't. Tastes like candy corn. No, it doesn't. Tastes like Skittles. It's exactly Skittles.
Everybody's saying it got a cinnamon vibe.
Yeah, it does.
And he's like, fuck you, it's not the right flavor.
It's cinnamon or it's like those cinnamon Teddy Grahams.
Yeah.
How new are these? Really new?
That's
Yeah.
why I was going to blow your
Within
mind.
the past week.
Everybody's talking like 1 or 2 days ago.
You're always trying to blow our mind, Ben.
So
They're very good.
So I know a guy that is going to get me a beer for Bangin' Beers. No plug intended, but I'm going to plug anyway.
Why not?
It's gonna. It's
our show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a cinnamon Teddy Grahams.
Okay.
No
Chocolate
joke.
Teddy Grahams are my favorite.
That tastes like this cookie.
Like
I love Teddy Grahams. I
cinnamon,
haven't had them
like
forever.
cinnamon honey ones.
Nice.
Apparently, it's from
Yeah, I would say cinnamon and honey
a brewery.
Here's a clue. History is divided on how this came to exist. A shepherd, a sailor. There's no easy fix.
Oof.
What does that mean?
Riddle me this, Batman.
Batman. Why do I
Its,
sound?
and he's
sound
its
like
name
a
is soul and history kept, perhaps from a creature that lives on the steppe. S-T-E-P-P-E.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, now
This
Well,
whole episode turned into uncovering the. We're trying to win 50 grand. It turns like a Goonies episode. We're gonna try to win 50 grand.
I just picture Adam West Batman and we're
So what do you
trying to figure it
got?
out.
What do you got to show off today?
So I got a really cool thing here. One of the stands
These are
I was
amazing.
at
Yeah, they're
RetroCon, they do canvas. They do a canvas like portrait. So I got one from Earthbound, and I'm going to blow your mind even a little bit more.
I love it.
Not only lights up,
My
Oh, that's
God.
cool.
but guess what?
He plays music.
Hang on.
I love it.
My mind's not blown. Be careful because we'll hit a hit. You will get hit.
I only played a little bit, but
You can play up to 30
it
seconds.
actually plays.
I love it.
All the
Can you-
soundtrack to
can you angle
Earthbound.
it? Oh, that's cool. That's really
It
cool.
actually
nice.
plays all the soundtrack to Earthbound.
Now, did he draw that or he just take it and wrap it on a canvas?
wrapped it in canvas and then just did it. And I'm like,
That-
you know
that's
what?
nice. I'd buy something like
I'm
that.
fucking doing it.
How much was it?
$50.
You know what I would buy?
Not bad.
You know what I would make with that? That I think would be really funny. Just with that idea with the light shining up, I would get the picture of Vincent Vega from Pulp Fiction and him looking at
Oh,
the
the
briefcase,
briefcase,
and
yeah.
you turn the switch and it lights his
That's pretty
face
cool.
up.
I would
Well-
like a Castlevania one like that.
I love that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
plug him. I'm gonna plug him a little bit here
Okay,
too.
plug him a little bit.
It's called Canvas Quest, old school game art on canvas, And they do NES, Atari, Super Nintendo, Genesis, PC, and more. So
And I
you
would
very
assume-
well might get that.
I would assume CanvasQuest.com.
So canvasquest@gmail.com, and they also have a Facebook and
Okay.
Instagram.
All right.
And they were really cool as shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's honey and cinnamon.
Well, not only just that, they actually said you have a rechargeable port in the back to recharge the sound. It's a micro SD card that has all the stuff into it then too. And they also included
Fun fact: you could probably fit the full game on that too.
Yeah.
maybe oh definitely. But not only that, they also included extra set of batteries for the lights and a mini screwdriver, so you can swap out the batteries and
That's
swap
pretty
out
cool.
the batteries.
If I had
Great.
one complaint, I would say they should be in little grooves because they stick out just as far as the hangout does.
Yeah, you know what? But I
Better
didn't
than that,
care.
it was really cool.
It was probably one of the coolest things I've ever picked up from the actual RetroCon. It was decently priced. I fucking bit, and you can actually get custom stuff then too. So I was thinking about getting a Hagane one,
Okay.
and they also had like Castlevania ones.
Yeah, I would get a Castlevania.
Oh, the Castlevania ones looked really cool.
Because especially the kind of music, that's right.
Oh, I have.
I'm sure
I
they
have
had
Bloody
a Mario
Tears.
one.
I do Bloody Tears for the Castlevania one. So, but yeah, really great people. Well worth the money, I thought. And yeah, definitely pick them up. Pick anything up. And here I actually got this from iam8bit.com. Now, it was a really unique piece that I have. I'm gonna try and get it.
Whoa.
This is actually made from Japanese
An airline puke bag.
Yeah.
Japanese airline. Japanese airline.
You know, it looks like
Japanese
a-
wooden
A
sculpture.
gum, like old gum that would come in playing cards?
All the old,
That
like
is
that's really
awesome.
wild. That's all done by etched wood.
Cuphead.
This is one piece of wood that was etched, like Japanese style.
One of the
So-
stickers I got.
Kapuhedo?
That's awesome.
Bam.
I do not want to touch it, Ben. You are crazy.
What
Go ahead.
No.
Here, feel it. Go ahead. Okay,
Oh,
go
wow.
ahead.
77 of 100. That beautiful piece
Yeah,
of art
and
there.
I was just like, you know what? I'm
Now,
gonna fucking
is that
pick
hand
it up.
drawn?
That's all. It's
Can-
all
can-
actually
etched.
wood carved and
Can you turn
colored.
it a little bit?
All hand carved. Like you feel a little bit of it, and there's actually it's a one piece of thin wood that's actually carved and individual to
a
it.
piece of.
Kapuhedo. Kapuhedo.
Is it? Is that what it says?
Yeah, see, so that's
Yeah, and he knows
that's ka,
Japanese.
that's pu, and that's hey, because that's like when I spell my name, that's he. Then do. So these little things mean space. Yeah. No, I don't know. The other parts that's all kanji, and I don't know. I only know very few kanji. They're real.
I like
Yeah,
it.
you got a Cuphead, a Mughead.
That's cool though.
Mugman.
You should get
That's
that
awesome.
like a little frame around.
I
that.
would.
That's what I was planning on doing too.
I like
I'm
how
actually-
Ben told us that a very thin piece of wood is pretty much paper.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part.
You don't say. Hey, did you get your new stickers? Are they the new stickers?
This is some of the new
No,
ones.
I'll have to look
Ben,
at them.
that's awesome.
That is really
It's
cool.
very
I think that's
Yeah,
very
I was
nice.
like,
There's
I
a
can finally
Pulp
shift.
Fiction Cuphead in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
If I can fucking get it back.
And it's not a print. It's actually like a.
That's
piece of
actually
art.
it's actually like one out of 100 prints that they did on IM8.
So it is a print.
It's a print.
But it's,
Yeah,
it's still
so
cool.
it's all hand done.
All right.
So-
So it's not a print.
Well,
Hand done means not a print.
yeah.
Is that an original piece, or is that a copy of the original
There we
piece?
copy of the original.
Okay,
So it is a print.
Right.
So it's not hand done. It was at one point.
It was.
Yeah. It still looks cool though.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. While Ben's putting his
done.
stuff away,
I'm done.
we're gonna
done.
we're gonna get in with our topic here. Tonight's topic is gonna be a little bit of a pop culture reference. It's a movie, cult classic movie. We're gonna talk about Beetlejuice. So hence my T-shirt here.
Yeah, that's
tonight.
cool. I don't have
Yeah.
any Beetlejuice shirts.
Showtime, everybody.
So yeah.
Isn't
So
it? It's Showtime, folks. Ain't that? That was the cartoon phrase.
yeah. Yeah. So what do you got, Ben?
So this was a really fun topic to unpack. Tim Burton got really bored after Pee-wee's Big Adventure because that was one of his bigger films. So
Put
he
him
was
on the
trying-
map.
Yeah, and that kind of surprised me a little bit then too.
And he didn't
So
do Batman yet, right?
He didn't.
Or did he?
No. So, but yeah, he got off got off, no pun intended. But anyhow,
No one even said it.
Nobody went there but Ben.
so he actually went from the success of Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
You know why
and
this
he's
show's
just
gonna
like,
be successful? People are gonna tune in every week to be like, "What stupid shit does like Where does Ben go every week?
Are you a Ricky Gervais fan?
Yeah.
Carl Pilkington. He's like the Carl Pilkington of the show. Carl's my favorite part, by the way, Ben. Just saying.
I know, I can tell. But anyhow, so Tim Burton was looking for some original ideas, and he was just exhausted. He's just like, man, dog shit after dog shit script. And then he actually sees Michael McDowell's script of Beetlejuice, and he was interested, and he was interested in the script. A little bit of revisions, so we got Larry Wilson and Warren Scarron to rewrite the whole actual movie. Now, it's very funny because it was actually a little bit darker.
A little bit.
Well, a lot darker.
It was
I should
very
say.
much darker.
So basically, one of the scenes that they actually aired was the whole car crash scene was like actually hands getting crushed into the car, so on and so forth.
Very
and like
graphic.
we mentioned on Bangin' Beers a little bit, where it got really graphic.
Yeah.
And so
When they came back as dead people, they were disfigured.
yeah.
Right.
And not only that, Beetlejuice was a little bit different in the sense he was a Middle Eastern man
Right.
that had wings and what have you.
He was supposed to be a winged demon.
Like,
Yeah.
And supposed to be acted by Sammy Davis Jr.
Yes, that is another thing.
Yeah,
too.
is that crazy?
It's crazy.
But-
I was like, wow.
But eventually, Michael Keaton was actually used. Hey, babe. But Michael Keaton was actually used as the actor for Beetlejuice, and Beetlejuice had a little. Well, the original first Beetlejuice actually had a point of having in and out rape sex. So instead of actually just trying to marry Lydia, he was just pretty much going barbaric with him. Well, with
Wasn't
her,
there
I mean.
a sister as well? There was like a younger sister.
Yeah, I read up a little bit about that. There was, yes. I didn't really necessarily get into that. I kind of wanted to get like a little bit more because a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's Beetlejuice," and like that's pretty much it. They'll just say about that. I'm just kind of like breaking down like more nitty, like not nitty gritty stuff, but like stuff that's easily digestible, but at the same time relevant to the actual topic. So, $15 million that Tim Burton put into the movie and made about close to 74 million, which makes it that cult status overall, which is kind of impressive because
It made money, but it wasn't a huge hit.
right. But it's still though for a 15 million
It was bigger.
budget,
It was bigger after
Yeah.
it was out of
Like
theaters.
on home release.
it was actually one of the biggest movies in 1988. Believe it or not, it was one of the biggest ones. And what Tim Burton really wanted to do was. He wanted to make it like all choppy, like all that animation, the claymation with the scenes.
He wanted it to look tacky.
Purposely,
Yeah.
yes. Which is, which kind of adds a little bit more depth into the whole Beetlejuice franchise.
He's crushed like a whole bag.
Yeah,
So-
they're good.
So, it also won an Oscar for Best Makeup
Really?
back in the
How
day.
about that?
Yeah,
And
it was-
now, like, only artsy fartsy movies get Oscars.
And you know what? You'd
Suicide
be-
Squad won Best Makeup somehow.
Did it? Wow. That's hardly
Would you
so
believe
hot.
me if I told you that Mad Max the new Mad Max movie, Fury Road, actually won like Best Makeup and all that. They
Really?
won a few
Wow.
Academy Awards at one point. I'm like, holy shit!
So-
You never would know.
So
that.
they're not as snobby as the music ones, where they're just like, oh, we don't like metal.
They're just like shit, like 500,000, and then you gross that amount of money. Holy shit! We'll give you the award for that. They actually like built that's how the Mad Max was. But besides the point, won Best Makeup, and then there's the Saturn Awards. I don't know what they are, but Best Horror Film, Makeup, and Best Supporting Actress was Sylvia Sidney, which is like a oldie time actress, and she died in like 1999.
She played Juno in the movie.
Juno.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The caseworker.
She,
Okay.
With the smoke coming out of her
Okay,
neck.
yeah,
and
yeah.
they had to do it. She was the hardest person to get on the
Really?
film.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it so long. I want to buy it on Blu-ray and see, because as a kid, it was one of the movies I always watched. That, Police Academy, Star Wars.
Nice.
Like I just watch them over and over. Goonies. You know?
I kind of want to get into it then too, like kind of revisit, because I remember watching it as a kid and like little bits and
I've
pieces
seen
here
it
or
100
there.
times.
But
Watched it 100 times, and it gets funnier every time I see it.
which is funny because his favorite because what movie he was talking about, it
The
was The
Exorcist.
Exorcist.
Yeah.
Yes, and every time he'd see it get funnier. He at least saw it 100 times, like you said.
He ad-libbed that. The only part of that script that was actually supposed to be in there was I went to Juilliard, and then he pretty much his backstory. But once he gets past the Juilliard part, like the first two things, everything after that was ad-libbed.
So like he was also in Juilliard, and then he graduated from Harvard. So he was, he
Tim
was
Burton,
tacky.
not Beetlejuice.
Well,
Right.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice,
Character
yeah.
of Beetlejuice, yes.
Beetlejuice, yeah. So yeah, like he looked a little bit tacky. He was like unrefined in like, physically, but at the same time, he kind of knew his shit. He knew how to play the tricks, kind of like a Loki type cat. But like you said, Steve, Sammy Davis Jr. was the original actor for this, and Michael Keaton was suggested instead. Therefore, Michael Keaton played the role. And
I wonder if they ever
know
tried
him
to
as a household
contact
name.
Sammy Davis. He was probably a little older at that point, though, too.
Yeah, probably, because he was.
I don't think
supposed to be like
I
a
think he would have
crooner.
thought he was above that.
I don't know. I mean, he did Laughing, and he was like, picked on. I mean,
But all the stars did that. I mean, to do some they're pitching it a horror comedy movie. I think he would think. That's my opinion.
I don't think I would have liked that movie if it wasn't Michael Keaton.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good fit at the time. You know what I mean? Because like,
It was successful because then the next year they made Batman together.
Right.
Well, put it this way. I think who was it? I think it was either
And he
not
used Juno.
Burt
He used a
Reynolds.
lady from Juno again, too.
Oh, she in Batman?
Yeah.
I think it was either Burt Reynolds or somebody else was supposed to play Han Solo, but
No, it was
I'm trying to think.
Christopher Walken.
Christopher,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
But apparently, George Lucas did.
Chewie, wow, look
George
at this.
Holy crap.
Whoa.
We need to go in hyperspeed.
This Leia, she's something else.
I can't believe
I would love to watch that.
I can't believe I
thought-
kissed my sister.
Oh, boy. Wow.
I didn't think that he was it. I thought it was somebody else. But
love it.
It's Christopher Walken.
due to the fact that George Lucas had Harrison Ford originally got the role because he actually did carpentry for George Lucas. And he's
Carpenter
like,
on the set.
hey, what'd you feel about it? But
Yeah,
besides that
we're
point,
talking Indiana Jones.
so there was some other information, different names for Beetlejuice. There was one called House Ghosts.
Right.
And then, that was what the studio wanted, Warner Brothers. And then, jokingly, Burton said, scared sheetless.
Right.
And they really thought about it. They were like,
He was insulted that they were considering it. He was like, that's
Yeah.
what I read.
yeah. And like we were saying, like, it was a much darker film, shittier, like, ending, different stuff going on with that.
They could have called Beetlejuice 2 Scared Sheetless.
They actually rewrote the ending of the movie.
They did,
Really?
yes.
To be honest, I kind of forget the ending of the movie.
And
It ends on a very lighthearted note with Beetlejuice because he became so relatable to the crowd. Like the test audience was like,
It's kind of like Freddy.
You
where
should
they
change
had to make him
something
a
at
good
the end
guy.
and make him put him over a little bit at the
Yeah.
end because he was
Too dark.
not too dark. They just thought he was more of a personality.
likable, yeah.
more likable.
are you going to talk about Beetlejuice too?
Yes.
Kind of,
Okay.
sort
I
of.
don't
I'm
wanna
going to
go
get
there
into
yet.
that a little.
Alright,
That's all right.
Sorry.
Like, and anyhow, so we were saying about that. Oh wow, I lost my fucking thunder, but that's okay. I'll pick up on
Probably
it.
right about it.
So, so it kind of spawned like this cool phenomenon where they had a animated cartoon, which they kind of even made him a little bit better.
Well, the reason why the
Enjoyable.
cartoon is all the things in the 80s, the kids got onto it. Kids really like
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Oh my god, I
Everything.
love the Beetlejuice.
Same with
cartoon,
RoboCop.
too.
Same with
Yep.
like all the other big things. In the
Ghostbusters
80s. Yeah,
and-
Oh my
just
God,
made a
yeah.
cartoon.
Yep.
And
And the toy line too. The toy line for Beetlejuice was crazy.
Now that you mentioned about Ghostbusters, apparently they had a show at Universal Studios where the Beetlejuice and the Ghostbusters were collaborating with each other, and they would bust Beetlejuice, the Ghostbusters,
Oh.
which is pretty
They
cool.
went after Beetlejuice. Yeah.
It's pretty cool, and he was possessing like all of them, and then like the people that were the Ghostbusters, they would get possessed by Beetlejuice.
Yeah. The ride's no longer there, but they brought it back for a short time, or they bring it back around this.
I'd like to go there.
They
yeah.
bring it around this
Halloween
time.
time. Man,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And a lot of the people really Michael McDowell, Malcolm McDowell. Michael McDowell actually liked the fact that people got the correlation with the star from Orion and Beetlejuice together, because it actually is pronounced as
Beetlejuice.
pretty much like saying like Beetlejuice.
Well,
like
it's spelled
say
like
it
that when they show something in the movie. It's spelled
So
like that.
in the
Yeah.
on
It
the
says here
box
lies.
art, on
Yeah.
the box art it says Beetlegeuse.
Yeah.
On the tombstone it says Beetlegeuse.
Yeah.
But
There's
a
every
lot
other
going on
reference
there.
is Beetlejuice.
Yeah, and like say his name 3
Yeah.
times. Yeah.
It was kind of like those imponderable in some ways, because I even tried looking up like the actual I looked up on YouTube how to actually pronounce it because I was just like, oh, Betelgeuse. How do they actually do it? Beetlejuice. They say Beetlejuice. I mean,
Well, they probably did
that's
that because then he
debatable.
gets full copyright thing then.
Yeah,
too,
it's
you know.
and it's
Betelgeuse was,
debatable.
I guess, what are they, private
Yeah.
or open domain or whatever it's called, public domain.
So after the fact that they actually got popular, it was going to be another sequel in about a couple of years or so. Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
Yeah.
And it was going to be a really weird film, like with like, I forget, like German contemporary and something else then too. I kind of read up
It's
on a little bit.
super strange.
They're like,
Yeah.
wow, that would have been like so wild back in the
Shoulda did.
day, which they should have.
Keaton was all about it. Winona Ryder wanted to do
Really?
it. Like, yeah.
Wow.
It's like it probably would have been maybe even better. It probably would have been like the
It's a
Terminator
shame.
2 back in the day.
I said to Ben that we didn't get a Beetlejuice 2, but there's what, 8 or 9 Fast and Furious movies?
Right, right.
There's
Yeah.
6 or 7
Right.
Saw movies.
Don't hold your breath though. I think it's gonna happen.
I mean, but
Well-
it should have already happened. Like Terminator 3, I told Ben, should have came out in 1996, not 2005 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, or even like 2020 because, well, fun thing with that, James Cameron and Linda Hamilton were married, so
Right.
they got into that.
They fist each other.
Yeah, they fist each other. They got in a
punched
fight.
each other. That's yeah.
But finally,
That's Terminator.
well, one of the other things, I also said it was a musical too. Nikolai was always talking about it constantly.
He went and
goes,
seen it twice.
Oh, I fucking loved it. You know what I mean? Like, it was really great. Like, it was always Mad Lib.
The musical actually dove into a little more of the backstory of what they wanted to originally use with Beetlejuice and Lydia.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get into a little some of the stuff I have. Have you done?
Pretty much. Yeah, I just said it was just more of a cult classic.
Yeah.
But you
I
can,
like
you can
Tennis
go on.
So some of the stuff I have is during the rewrites, they wanted to use Lydia lip syncing a song, and the original song that was supposed to be was "When a Man Loves a Woman,"
No.
then turned out to be Deo.
Yeah.
Harry Belafonte.
Yep. Oscar. I have 3 pages here. Each one has a little bit of something different. Angelica Hudson was originally cast to play Delilah Dietz, but had to bow out due to illness. And then
Oh, that would've been
Kathleen,
good.
Oh, yeah.
Kathleen O'Hara declined Burton's offer to play the part. And then after Burton flew out to meet her, personally convinced her to take it, and she eventually married the production designer Bob Welsh, who went on to work on Beetlejuice as well.
And she was the mom of Home Alone, right?
Yes,
Right.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal
Yes.
in it. Gina Davis and Michael Keaton needed no convincing to play the roles. Once they were showed, they were like, "We're in." But allegedly, Golden Age Hollywood actress star Sidney Silvio to play the Alpha Life detective Juno would go on to work with him again in 1996 alien invasion comedy Mars Attacks, and then she
There's
passed
a lot-
away.
everybody was in that
And then she
time.
passed away in '99. Lydia was actually put out for Loganhan, Diane Lane, Sarah Jessica Parker, Brooke Shields, Justine Bateman, Molly Ringwald, and Jennifer Connelly
Snap.
were all the women
it's
that
all
all
about, like,
turned down the role of
Young
Lydia.
teenage
Snap.
girls at the time.
And
Wow.
Winona Ryder won the part for getting the thing. The Scared Sheetless we already went over. Named after a star. Deo played at... so the guy who played Otho in real life, he passed away in 2010, and at his funeral, they played Deo.
He was the fat guy, right?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
the one who was
The interior
doing
designer.
The interior
Yeah.
designer, yeah. Beetlejuice only appears in the 92-minute film 17.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah,
He
that's
is
crazy.
one of the least shown
Because it
characters.
shows more Lydia than the
Yeah.
two. What's the couple's name? Mm-hmm. The couple that dies.
The Dietz. Well, there's the Dietzes, which
Not
they
the
live-
Dietzes.
Yeah,
The couple that
I
dies.
know what you mean. Yeah,
Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis.
Yeah.
Whatever their name is.
So the original ending was Beetlejuice gets casted to the model, and he's plagued by sandworms the rest of his days.
Yeah,
and
just
it was
died.
really depressing, and like he just came out not an end. So they rewrote it and did the where he's at the DMV kind of, and he's harassing the sawed off woman. And
Yeah.
he gets his head shrunk and get a hex on him.
Sandworms.
Yeah.
You know I hate them.
and then they made all them toys too. They made the one with this
Yep.
shrunken head and everything, and that
Yep.
guy. They're all in the cartoon. All the characters and they expand on them. I think the cartoon went for 2 or 3 seasons.
It wasn't bad.
yeah, I like the cartoon.
The animated series ran for 94 episodes.
There you
It was a
go.
completely
Yeah. Probably roughly
reimagined
season.
design relationship between Lydia and Beetlejuice.
Yeah, they're just buddies.
They went on wild adventures in the Netherworld, and the Mathlins don't exist in the spinoff, but Lydia got cast for as castmates in the Ghoulish Fiend Friends, a skeleton bodybuilder, and a tap dancing spider.
Yeah.
So she actually did. Yeah,
It's a good show.
it's supposedly In 2011, Warner Brothers hired Dark Shadows producer to take on Beetlejuice 2. Pretty much everybody was on board, and then Keaton said he wants to do it. Then I'm not sorry. Keaton said he wants to do it, and then Tim Burton said no, then said yes, then said no. As of late 2007, the project was bid on a standstill, but just had brought a new writer in to rework the script. So there's someone currently working on the script, so it's not quite out of the woods yet. It's still something that can
Plus,
possibly
with makeup,
still
I mean,
happen.
Michael Keaton looked exactly the same.
And I read that
Come on,
that they
baby.
actually
Yes,
shelved
sure.
it. They shelved it overall. So
Well, that's what.
Who knows?
Personally, I think Tim Burton's trying to put out there that he is shelving it and he wants no parts and he doesn't want to do it to get people off the trail.
Well, what's Tim Burton been doing? I mean, I don't know if he's done anything.
yeah,
Since Big
realistically,
Fish, I have no idea.
He did
Yeah.
that. Did he do Hotel Transylvania? I believe. The
No,
cartoon?
that was Jendi Tartakovsky that
Did he
actually
do
did
A,
like Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff
Powerpuff
Girls,
Girls.
Samurai Jack,
Okay.
Don't you dare
Symbionic
forget Samurai
Titan. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was a deep cut. Symbionic Titan.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna look him up real quick.
The
Shit.
so
and he actually designed Luke Cage, the one series for Marvel, Luke Cage. Or Power
Tim Burton
Man.
did?
No, Jendi Tartakovsky.
Oh,
It was
I
a bit
was
of
gonna
a
say.
bit of a sidetrack there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
That's how I was on a total different page. I'm like, Tim Burton designed Luke Cage? What?
yeah, and then the other thing is, so the original idea of Beetlejuice was there was some backstory that was supposed to be in the original story that they just didn't put in the movie, and a little bit of backstory for Lydia. So the reason Lydia is super into the dark arts and the afterlife is because if you've been paying attention in the movie, that's not Lydia's mother; it's her stepmother,
Right.
And there's some tension there. And Lydia's depressed and sad, and she only cares about the dark world. She's contemplating suicide in the movie. At one point, she's like rewriting her suicide note, but
Right.
it kind of goes over.
Yeah.
Lydia was very obsessed with trying to use the afterlife to contact her mother, who recently died,
Okay.
which they didn't really get into. And a lot of the story was going to be Beetlejuice was trying to coax her that he can take her to the afterlife in exchange of a marriage,
Okay.
so she can meet and reconnect with her
And then
mother.
he can come to the real world then?
Yes, and that was like a
be married to
trade-off.
Lydia?
Yeah, but she would have never went to the dark world. He was pretty much a prisoner in the netherworld.
Okay.
and he was banished and he escaped prison. The reason why he's wearing a white and black striped suit, he was actually a prisoner.
Okay.
He was Juno's assistant. Now, Juno says in the kind of some backstory. Juno says in the movie, the reason that she's working where she is and she hates why she is there is when you die a certain way in the afterlife, you become a public servant. Do you know what
Oh.
that way is?
No.
If you kill yourself.
Oh, okay.
So if you commit suicide, you come back as a public servant.
That's why other people there have like really suicide movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Beetlejuice was her assistant, which would then have to say that Beetlejuice also committed suicide.
So he electrified himself or something?
No, so the backstory was he was a Juilliard performer. He wanted to be a comedian, and he caught his wife cheating on him, and he killed his wife and then hung himself.
Yeah,
geez.
But
But-
during the hanging, his neck didn't snap. He strangled himself.
Okay.
Excruciating death.
Yeah. So he died really painfully and excruciating, which then carried over to him in the afterlife. So
Yeah.
he was always very funny, but he was also very angry, bitter, and always trying to one up somebody.
And he was a bio-exorcist.
Yeah. So he was always trying to attack the living,
Okay.
which was a no in that
Yeah.
world, because you were never supposed to show that you were dead. Like
Yeah.
the dead and the living do not exist.
Yeah.
They don't coexist. And Beetlejuice was breaking all the rules, which then put him in prison.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense. I'm gonna buy it actually on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Tim
Was
Burton
on
did
a
Dumbo
little-
last year.
Yeah.
This year.
Dumbo.
Yeah,
Yes,
so-
he did Dumbo.
Yeah, I was thinking Corpse Bride was the movie I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
That was him too. That
Yeah,
was
yeah, that's what I was thinking when I said Hotel Transylvania.
And I always like the meme where like Tim Burton, Danny DeVito calls up Danny DeVito. I need you. Danny DeVito gets top hat for Dumbo. For Danny DeVito.
Some of the things in that movie, man. I just remember being a kid and just being obsessed
I
with
thought
it.
it was so cool. I thought
was
Beetlejuice was
obsessed
so
with
cool.
it. Yeah.
And the whole, like,
One
gothic-
of the first times I heard the F word was Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Nice fucking model.
Nice fucking model.
Yeah, and he grabs his dick,
Yeah.
and then he goes to a whorehouse, and hey, I'm coming, ladies, and he's dead. When he's literally sexually assaulting, what's her name? And he's like, "Oh man, we dress the same. We're the same thing." I mean, he's grabbing her tit behind him, like trying to look up her skirt. Like he was a savage.
Yeah.
He was a savage. It would be interesting to see how they would play him if they
Now.
were to do a remake.
Yeah.
Because he was legit fondling and
Yeah.
touching people, women inappropriately, and
Yeah, you know how it is nowadays.
it'd be very interesting.
It would be kind of interesting seeing that because, like, I know we always brought it up at trivia with Blazing Saddles. How they, like,
they would
no
never- you could-
fucking
That ain't
way.
gonna fly.
No.
Never make another Bloody
No
Saddles.
way.
Never.
No way. Right. It's just so wild. You know what I
How
mean?
great would it be if they did though?
That'd be awesome, yeah.
And they
Fuck it.
casted like Chappelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, you need Chappelle. You need him.
All the people who are doing comedy now that are like, we're
Bill,
not
Bill Burr,
Bill
and
Burr.
Dave Chappelle. That
Yeah.
would be pretty wild.
Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle should just start doing like Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
and,
why not?
And
Gene
Gene Wilder
Wilder.
movies again. Yeah.
Oh my god! And then get Mel Brooks in with too. He's
they're
like
not-
in his 90s.
But they're not
too.
super. They're not like big actors. They just like
No,
doing
yeah.
comedy.
Yeah.
No, it'd just be funny overall just to see them.
It's like Mitch Hedberg. He's like, man, they always told me I had to do comedy, and I always want to be a comedian. They're like, do you want to act? He's like, no. He's like, can you write? No. He goes, that's like I worked my ass off to be a chef my whole life, and I'm like, you want to cook? Like, I'm just here to cook food. Can you grow carrots? He's like, I don't want to fucking do that. Like, yeah. So, I mean, Bill Burr has done movies and stuff, but I think for the most
Yeah.
part, I think both those guys just like doing their stand up.
what's that one fighting federation? It's like they
UFC?
No. Bill Burr. Did,
Oh, you're talking about where he did commentary for Rough and Rowdy Boxing for
Yes.
he doesn't do
Yeah,
it
like
anymore,
50 fucking streams of like fights, and it's just like
though.
people.
Boxing. That's boxing.
It's hilarious.
It's done by Barstool Sports, and they literally get like two Joe Nobodies like
To beat the hell out of each
and they
other,
just have
like-
them talk shit to each other for a couple weeks, and they have them put them in boxing ring, and they step in, and they just look like they're complete
God.
amateurs.
It's like 50
Yeah.
people. No joke. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
one guy like they face like the
I've never seen
the nerdy brother and like the military brother and like the nerdy
they had
brother.
a dad,
like,
and they had a
pop them.
stepdad and a son fight each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And Bill Burr did commentary for it a couple
Oh,
times.
jeez.
Yeah.
I do have a
Not
quick
gonna
fun
lie, that was
fact.
pretty funny.
I have a quick fun fact for
Cool.
Beetlejuice when you watch it. I was telling Tony before the show.
Oh yeah.
There's when you're watching it, right before it's like Otho's last scene. You might remember it where Beetlejuice turns into like a carnival thing, and he has like the hammer hands.
That's actually the limited edition a toy this year from New York Comic Con.
Oh,
One
nice.
of them.
Oh wow,
nice.
That's perfect.
So when he does this, he's
Yeah.
doing there's a on top of his head
It's a carousel,
is a
yeah.
carousel, and on top of the carousel is the first time we ever see Jack Skellington. His
Really?
head is on top of
Oh,
the
wow,
carousel.
how about that?
With the big
Yeah.
creepy smile. and
That's
the
Oh,
black
that's
eyes.
interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Check it out when you're watching
yeah.
it. Easy to miss when you're a kid.
Yeah,
Obviously,
you
Jack
have
Skellington
no
is a
idea
thing.
because
Yeah.
he didn't exist for a couple more years yet.
And
Same as Tony. I've watched that movie an
I watched it
uncountable
a
amount
bunch
of
when I was
times.
a kid, but I haven't seen it in years and years. But I still
Yeah.
remember stuff, you
Yeah.
know.
I'm in the same
And
boat
the
as
cartoon
you.
I watched all the time too. And I had a bunch
That
of I had
cartoon
that,
was so
that
good.
one toy that was like his coffin where you like put the Beetlejuice sign one way and then he's a little Beetlejuice. Like you put the toy in.
That's pretty wild.
And I don't think I ever had Lydia, but I never
I had
Lydia.
the toy where he was every image is literally
It doesn't show Jack Skellington.
it doesn't show the very top.
That's
of the,
messed up.
Yeah.
It's funny because I always had the movie toy where you like pressed his both legs together and like the
Yes.
Yeah.
snakes came out.
Yes.
Yeah, I had a bunch of
I think I had that
Beetlejuices.
too.
I had the one where he had his marriage suit.
Yeah.
With those little white shoes and
Like you, Andy, like I watched the movie. It's been such a long time for me. I maybe touched up on it like 5-6 years ago.
I think I would still like it if I watched it today.
It's
Oh,
good.
it holds up.
It's good.
It's not like when you watch some old cartoons like, oh boy.
I didn't even know I can do the calypso when they're all at the dinner. Yeah.
My older daughter's really into the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon, and it's not good. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean? It's
awful.
not good.
It's awful.
She loves it.
Wow, that's crazy.
It
So,
is
so's the
crazy.
movie.
Here's another
That's really
fun
bad.
fact.
I
think-
did I ever bring up when you were here? Did you watch Darkness Rising?
No.
Oh, it's awesome. Go I think I have it. Let me borrow it.
All right, please.
So another fun fact.
I'll tell you about that.
When it was when Deo was being played in the credits, you hear Danny Elfman in the actual back. Like you can hear him in the background then too. I guess with the credits or what have you. But another cool little fun fact going off the side of like Jack Skellington. Danny Elfman sang all of Jack Skellington's parts
Yeah.
in Nightmare Before
Did
Christmas.
not do
was
the
pretty
voice
wild.
acting. He just did the singing.
Yeah, he just did the singing. which
Same
is
with
pretty cool.
was it Frozen? What's her name? Did the voice of Elsa, but the singing voice was the other girl.
Same thing with the Gem cartoon. How about that? That's what's some knowledge
Yeah.
at you.
All right.
So
Samantha
we
Dora
had.
voices
I love
but she
the
doesn't
chain
sing.
reaction here.
So I'm gonna pass it to Andy this week.
But here's the thing: if you pass it to me, I think it's also my turn on wrestling.
Is it?
So if we could maybe not
not do
Dude,
you.
if I pick
two
this one,
for-
I could not pick
Oh,
the
yeah,
rest
yeah,
of
It's
them.
a
Or
hard
maybe
pass.
Yeah.
you pick this one, I'll pick the rest of them because
Okay.
I have a wrestling one planned.
Okay, cool.
So because it's down to you and me in both shows.
Is
so,
it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to go last just to kind of like
Yeah.
let
And
everyone.
I don't want to be like have one person to do it. Like
No, that's a good call. That's a
Yeah.
really good call. I'm gonna. That just.
we'll come back.
Surprise.
We'll come
Yeah.
back to it.
Let's see. We'll come in. I don't even think I can do.
Yeah.
We just did movies.
Yeah.
We did video games last
video game
time.
movie.
But you could do, I mean, there's movies.
Maybe I'll pick.
Go either way.
Whatever
Don't make it
you-
a little
whatever you wanna
difficult.
do.
Like something that you really want. Because like when we did it last show, I said, "Fuck it, Beetlejuice. We're gonna do it."
Yeah.
Well,
Something that
we
you
don't
really
have
want to
be
know.
rock centered on
Yeah.
it or whatever.
Yeah. Anything.
I'll think. No, we're gonna. We have our first. Our guest is gonna do a spotlight this week in wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we have Alexa calling in. She's going to do our spotlight on
Okay.
wrestling. She's going to do Maria Kanellis, which is a very interesting pick for an 11-year-old
Wow.
girl.
I wonder
Or
how-
12-year-old now,
How's she
right?
gonna handle the later end of Maria's career? Like
Yeah.
right now when it's
Yeah, Maria.
awful.
Maria did some photography, we'll say.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Did you see this? That they apparently that Casey Catanzaro posted like a reaction video or something. You know, it's still, that's pretty cool. Hey, we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Well, actually, NXT is going on right
Yeah,
now.
I-
I'm trying to avoid the chat because they're talking
Yeah,
about
they're
it.
spoiling it. I
they're-
don't care.
Um,
Hey, you know what came out? I didn't get to watch it. Did you ever watch Disenchantment on Netflix? It's the
Yeah.
I watched most of the first season.
The
Yeah.
second season's out.
Oh, nice.
yeah, it came out
Boondocks
the other day.
is supposed to be going to HBO.
Saw
Really?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about
what's
that.
his name?
Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus, yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Ruckus.
He's my
All right.
spirit animal.
My name is Uncle Ruckus.
Here's a song I just wrote just now. It's called "Fuck Those Donkeys Over There" in D minor.
He's so funny. I see the videos before I see the show. I always see the show. a
He's
couple
so
times.
fucking fun.
That is good stuff.
My name is Ruckus, Uncle Ruckus, no relation.
But I'm gonna watch Disenchantment season 2 because I like season 1. I thought it
Yeah.
was really good.
It was a good show.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
like, if you want
I
a Game of
fucking-
Thrones meets Futurama, there you go.
I fucking always get into something where I'm like, oh my god, I really want to watch something. I want to get into it, and I'm gonna watch something new. And then I was playing Red Dead, and I was like, over the weekend, I was like, oh cool. And then I'm just like, Piers Morgan sits down and interviews serial killers. Click, and then fucking 2
There goes
days
the rest
go.
of your
yeah.
life.
And then 2 days go
Wow.
by. I'm like, I have nothing for the show. It's a good show though. Piers Morgan talks to some people, but the problem is like, I like that kind of stuff, but like, I just don't trust Piers Morgan as a
I
journalist.
kind of remember him, but I don't remember him. Is he
He's like
British?
he's the British
he's
lad
a-
that was on
You know him if you see
CNN for
him.
a while.
Yeah.
He's
He
a
took
douche.
over for Larry King when Larry King retired.
I think
I think
I
the person who did the research and the stuff was really good, but some of the questioning Piers Morgan did was kind of like
Really?
he was trying too hard to get them to confess. Like his whole thing was these are people who maintain their
Have a
innocence.
seat. Have
yeah.
a seat.
Yeah, they tried really hard to maintain their innocence,
All right.
and then
Hansen.
and then he's out there like, well, what would you say to people who said this? Like it was just
Okay, yeah.
it was good. I'd still recommend it to people, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you know what came out? I never got to see it. Spider-Man Far From Home's out on, well, it's digital now. Blu-ray comes out Tuesday, I think,
Okay.
or next Tuesday. I want to see that, and the X-Men Dark Phoenix, which I heard was bad, but I still want to see it.
Yeah,
I think I might buy it just to watch it.
you know what I'm gonna do for my topic? I'm gonna do Batman.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a little bit of history of Batman.
Created in
And
1941 or 42 by Bill Finger and Bob Kane.
yeah, and I'm definitely gonna get into the Bill Finger thing. So
Okay.
I think that's a thing that a lot of people don't really know about.
You watch that documentary?
Yeah, it's
I heard
really
it's
good.
pretty good. I
It's
didn't
very
get to
good.
see it.
I hope Ben shows up dressed as Batman.
Yeah.
I hope to God I won't let him in the house.
I have my Nightwing outfit. I don't have a Batman.
No. Well,
I will literally never let. I would like stay outside.
He'll come in and give you a pow.
Yeah, yeah.
pow pow.
I'll need a new podcast.
Oh, I have some. I have some cool shit for that one too.
Oh
So
my God, I can imagine.
be fucking.
I
aware.
mean, think how much Batman merchandise has been out for over the years. My
Yeah.
God.
I have a bunch, but I won't be bringing it all out of the attic.
Yeah.
No, I have like 2 books, 2 cool books.
Oh, I have all this stuff. 2 books.
And they
I
have a
have-
full getup.
I have many a Batman comic.
Yeah. So that's all I'll do. I'll do a Batman one next week.
Okay,
Cool,
cool. We'll put
Batman.
a little
Well,
toy here.
yeah, I'll do a little bit in-depth stuff. A little bit.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
I mean, that the topic is for everyone to kind of look into. It's not
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
it's one person to present it, but everybody else can kind of do some research as well.
I have
So,
a cool little side top. It's a little cool side topic.
Yeah.
That I like to talk about.
I think a
because
lot
it's
of what I gotta do
worth it.
so what I'm gonna do from Batman is that I'm gonna do
The
pretty-
general overview.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a
That's
general
fine, yeah.
overview. I'm gonna talk a lot about the Bob Finger thing, and then I'm gonna get into like Batman within entertainment because everyone knows he's a comic book
Oh my
character.
God, yeah.
So maybe I'll do like, hey, he had a couple comic lines where he crossovered with Dracula and
Predator. That was the
and
good one in the 90s.
I actually have those books.
and
too.
then how he
Spawn.
started in a black and white movie, then the black and white movie, then he did the
the old
66.
serials.
Yeah, so like I'll get into like entertainment aspect. Who played Batman? Obviously, everyone knows those. Maybe
gun.
some fun facts. I'll find some fun facts.
I'll keep those like little side quests.
Yeah.
Like while you do your
Side
general.
Side
Yeah.
quest.
So that's what we'll do next week. We'll
Well,
do Batman.
I'll pick it next time, or if Sarah's here, we'll let Sarah pick.
Yeah,
Then.
we'll see how we'll figure it out. Or Tyler, either one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it was fun, man. It was a good episode. Beetlejuice was a lot of fun.
There's a lot to unpack with them. You know, it was just cool stuff to like see like the whole mythos of Beetlejuice, which is pretty cool.
And if there's anything out there that you guys want us to cover, or you have one that you want us to do the research, or you can always call in or come on the show. If you want to do your own topic, let us know.
Yeah.
Put us in the comments. If you're local, obviously you can come in. If you're not local, obviously you'll have to call in. But we are open to any ideas, and we definitely want to be interactive with you guys. We're not so much live anymore, but we do welcome you guys to come in and partake with the comments below on the Facebook page or anything like that. Fun fact about commenting and finding us and reaching out. It's kind of how our Bang and Beers episode that you're going to see this Sunday started.
that was pretty wild. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the guy Dave came on. I'm like, how did you we had no mutual friends on Facebook.
Oh, wow. That's rare.
And he drove from
Unless they're, from California.
like about Harrisburg area.
Okay.
about 45 minutes to an hour to
Okay.
get here. And I'm like, how did you find this? He goes, I literally Googled podcasts near me.
Yeah.
I found interviews with everyday people. I watched a couple episodes, then seeing you guys do a beer episode, and I just been trying to get on.
about that?
And he just contacted us to get on.
Wow.
And he's just like, hey, I brought some beer along too on top of it. So it gave
Awesome,
us a little
crazy
bit of a break.
backstory how he got into music.
Yeah.
It's a really good episode. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was
How about
it was
that?
cool
That's
to sit
cool.
down with somebody
Yeah.
new and really dive into it.
He was a very fun.
Is that
he
one
was
up
very
yet
fun-
or no?
Huh?
Is that up yet?
It's gonna be this Sunday.
This Sunday, okay.
Yeah.
He was a very fun interview. Like I liked Fallen Pride, and I liked that guy then too. They were both very fun interviews.
So
Bang
we
Bros
have.
episodes.
Fallen Pride sounds like it could be a band or a brewery.
It was a band.
It was a band
Let me think about it.
that drank
It's a
good
brew
beer.
band.
Yeah.
So we have the show this week, show tomorrow, and then this Sunday we're going to be sitting down. It won't air this Sunday, but it'll be on the following Sunday. But we're going to sit down with the guys from Wicked Turtle.
Ooh, okay.
So I'll be hanging out with them Saturday for the wrestling show.
There's only
and then,
two of them, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we'll be hanging out with them. Three actually.
Was there a third? I
But
probably
the
meant-
one guy, he doesn't really do as much with them because it just their scheduling and stuff.
Okay. Okay.
And then Monday, I'm sitting down with, I'm not sure how many members, but for the most part, it's going to be Hooligan.
Okay.
It'll definitely be Collins, but we'll go from
the
there.
Guitar player. Oh, what's his name?
Singer. He's a singer.
Yeah.
Keith is
Collins.
the singer.
Yeah, but I know the.
But he also plays drums too.
I'm saying the guitar player for Hooligan though is my mom's boyfriend's son.
Oh, okay, cool.
I always forget his name.
And
We'll come
then
to
the
it.
following Sunday, I have a guy on Facebook, Spiv America. He does beer reviews and stuff. He's actually lives in Frackville. Then on the 30th, we have some chick, Allison Miller.
Some broad, some loopy dame.
Yeah.
Some movie
Dame.
Spoil that's
Dave, and then Steve's just like, oh my god.
wife, right? Wife.
That's my wife.
I don't know if I know wife or family. I don't know.
Oh, and then
It's my
Tony's gonna pull
wife.
up.
Yeah, it's my wife.
Yeah, Tony would be pulling Paramore. What the fuck, Tony?
Yeah, so Allison will be on. Her episode will actually air the first week of October.
Oh wow, Comic-Con week.
Yeah, so
Big
then
week.
October. For right now, we're looking to do an episode for October. We're gonna take the week off for Tornado Tag Podcast.
Okay. I will not be. I'll be at Comic-Con that day. Anyway.
Yeah, so what we might do for the first week of October, we might take the week off.
Okay.
So the following week is
That
when
would be-
is when we're gonna do it. The
That'd be
reason
a lot
for that
better,
is AEW starts
Yeah.
Tuesday on a Wednesday on the 2nd.
Yes.
So this show is actually going to move. We're going to record it on Tuesdays, upload it still on Thursday.
Okay.
And then do Tornado Tag on Thursday and upload them on Fridays. Then the first week of October, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will be in South Bend, Indiana.
Oh.
I'm going to my first Notre Dame game.
Nice.
And then for October, I'll just do a quick run through. Phased. Go ahead.
What burned down? Was that Notre Dame over in Europe?
In
okay.
yeah, in
Okay.
France.
Yeah.
FaZe will be on with us for an interview in October. James, who was on Knock Cone High School, is going to come on and do a Bang
Okay,
of Beers.
yeah.
Sean West Eric is coming on. that's another one I'm not really sure too much about him. He contacted us. Our buddy Matt Sprague's going to join us on October. Loki and Layla Candles are going to be doing an interview with us. Tyler Troutman from Condition Oakland is going to be on Bangin' Beers, and then we're actually going to do an interview episode with the Wicked Turtle guys in October as well. And then we're
flip flopping.
Yeah, and then I'm full all the way up to November.
Wow, how about it?
Some cool stuff in November. Technically, the start of the show started with 10-8 round, and it started Sunday, the 3rd of November. So it's technically 10. It would have been 10-8 rounds 1 year, but it's kind of like the overall IWEP family birthday is November 3rd, and then November 12th is the first day we've ever done an interview. Okay. It'll be our birthday for interviews with everyday people. Not Cool in High School. I know I have it on here.
I thought that was maybe a week or two after that, wasn't it?
Tornado Tag Podcast is the 21st, so we'll be shooting it on its birthday. And I think Not Cool in High School, is December 2nd is our 1 year anniversary.
Oh, that's my mom's birthday too.
Yeah, so we're coming up on 1 year, fellas.
That's awesome.
1 year.
Yeah.
The Facebook page for Not Cool in High School is close to about 650 to 700 people. Bangin' Beers is almost 800.
Wow.
It is 800. Actually.
800.
Interviews has the most though, right?
Yeah,
that's over 1,000.
Not Cool.
Right?
No, I mean Tornado Tag. I'm not sure where they sit yet. I have to look again. But interviews just hit 1,900 people.
Wow,
That's awesome.
That's really cool. In 1 year, there's a really good chance that we can hit 2,000 people in our first year.
Yeah, from coming out of nowhere. It's not like so and so has a podcast. Let me check it out.
I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful to support and that people click the like page. How many of those 2,000 people actually maintain and watch?
If they listen to one, or
that's it's to be determined still, but we're definitely making an impact. So
a little bit for everybody though.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nice.
So it's awesome, man. I definitely, if you're someone who watches and you're like, man, I like what they do, hit us up, contact us, send us a message on Facebook, YouTube, anything. And
our interview suggestion. Hey, so and so might be a good interview.
Exactly.
We don't know everybody.
I'm suggestions for anything. You want me to interview somebody? You want to call in? Do you want to do a topic? Anything, man. Just hit us up. Just keep spreading the word. That's pretty much how we grow, is let people know about it. If you're in a podcast, you like what we're doing here, let someone else know about it. And feedback is always good. I know last week we were sitting down looking at some of the older episodes, and by God, some of them are terrible. The quality is just not there.
What can you do?
But we're learning. We learn every single time, man. Every time we turn the camera on, we figure something new out that we're doing wrong. We went almost the entire year and we talked to the microphones like this, and we found out they sound better like this. So I was like, it's just small things,
happens,
man. We're figuring it out as we go, and we're super grateful that you guys are coming on the journey with us. So that'll do it. You got anything to plug?
Feels like a quick one.
Well, I actually do some Bangin' Beers episodes. Trying to get some more beer as usual. One of them I'm actually going to try and get is a...
We gotta drink the ones in there first.
I know. Don't worry. We're gonna get there. But there's one that's going to be a Teddy Graham, I think, stout.
Ugh.
I'm not certain about that.
Coffee?
But it's going to be pretty cool. And I am going to be getting some cool glassware from this 5th anniversary. So I've
actually found
that.
I found a here's a cool one. Your Kamikaze, whatever it's called.
Oh, that's from Synth Hop. It's the Kamehameha Hop version 2. They had a first one. It was okay, but it's Goku as Super Saiyan and.
I've actually followed this glass. If you're into glassware and you're a beer drinker, but you're also into the Not Cool in High School stuff, it's called 8-Bit Glassware, and they do a lot of and some of the glassware, man, they go crazy for it.
Oh, I know.
There's some glassware that goes for like $200.
Very limited.
Wow.
It's very limited.
Yeah.
It's like maybe out of 100. I don't know.
I accidentally clicked on the Facebook page when I joined the question and answer. They're like, here's some more beer ones you might like, and I clicked them. And there are people just trying to sell their glassware. And I was like, holy fuck, some of this shit goes for pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so.
I have a little diverse collection of glassware. So we'll be showcasing that once my house gets built up. And
the Cribs episode with Ben.
Yeah.
That is a great idea, actually.
What will happen first, Ben? Will the show hit a year mark? Or will you be in this house before we hit a year mark?
It'll be before the year. It'll be before the year mark.
Can we do a Cribs episode?
Yeah. When you're settled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Once you're
Oh,
settled.
This is,
so
where,
awesome.
this is where the magic
Yeah.
happens.
All right, come on in, everybody. Here
No,
we
I
go.
wouldn't say. I'd be like, "This is my bed." This is my bed.
This is where I jerk off.
No, what if it's just like, here's my one.
It's a
room.
closet.
It's like Garth when Wayne leaves. Here's my.
Here's my 2 refrigerators.
Yeah, this is my closet. This is where I hang myself with a belt and jerk off.
Oh God. Oh
Not
my.
that fucking bad. Come on.
Yet
Like
you're like 2 years away.
Kung Fu.
No.
Yeah, David Carradine.
David Carradine.
Venetian
What-
blinds. Who did?
Yeah, I know.
What a way to go out.
Yeah.
Venetian blinds.
Yeah, it was the string on Venetian
Oh
blinds.
Jesus
my
Christ.
god.
I mean, they were hotel grade Venetian blinds. They weren't.
Yeah.
home
So you know
blinds,
they're shit to begin with.
It's
The
horrible.
legend
awful
continues
life.
Motel
there.
6 Venetian blinds.
You know what would be a cool topic?
Kung Fu.
David Carradine.
Venetian
Well,
blind masturbation.
This could be a kind of a not a rip off, but maybe like an ode. We can dedicate the episode to the Murder My Do guys. But like, there's so many conspiracy theories or murders or deaths that happened within like in the pop culture world.
Like Bruce Lee's
people,
death.
People think
Yeah.
Bruce Lee was
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like
They
a
said Chris
conspiracy.
Cornell was killed because he knew too much.
Yeah, Chester was gonna. Yeah. So there's all those. We could do episodes like that too, where we can do like the history of or like the conspiracy theory or
Yeah.
like how what's his name
We'll
died.
have Jesse been to work.
Come on. He can talk about the lizard.
Oh, come on!
And the dog,
That's nonsense.
the dog men, Howard. They're there, you know. They're there.
They're doing experiments on this
Area
island.
51.
That's why I'm
Why
off
do
the
they
grid
sound
in
like Macho Man?
Mexico.
You
Yeah.
both sound like Macho Man.
That's how he
97,
sounds.
which is definitely not Jesse
That's Jesse
Ventura.
Ventura.
That's how Jesse
No.
sounds. Yeah.
Macho Man talks real in, you gotta breathe in.
Whereas
Tell you
Jesse
what, Howard,
Ventura is out
the
like this.
lizard people. Yeah.
You know who I want to do an interview with again? Do like a revisit. Terrain.
Yeah, you owe him an apology.
Oh,
Yeah, you got weird on that episode.
I know.
He wants to do another one because he doesn't remember.
Yeah, it was bad, man. We were talking about superheroes, and Ben's like, "Yeah, Superman was made by Jews," and I'm like,
Yeah, well, he's not
"Jesus Christ, Ben!" Like,
wrong. They're all made by Jews. They control the media. They control the media.
oh, here we come. They get some off the grid in Mexico.
I think I threw a Macho Man impersonation.
You
in
did a
there.
lot that show.
I know.
Wow.
He literally kept bringing more. I'm like, Ben, no more beers, and I pulled the beer away from him and put it here, and he like was like trying to fight me for the beer, like it was Coke.
My.
I was like,
Like it was.
I was like, fucking calm
Yeah.
down.
It was-
And it's
wow.
not the sugary caramel water.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah.
It was a bad.
Oy vey.
It was. People watched it and loved it. They thought it was fucking
Oh, hey,
hilarious.
yeah.
But yeah, we could definitely try to have Train on again
Yeah.
if he still likes us.
Alcohol. He thought it was funny.
I hope so.
mean,
yeah, I
He
hope
was
I hope
just
had a
like,
good time.
wow.
Didn't even like fuck those guys.
it was practically like how I always say it's an off the rails. That went off the rails, and
They're not
fucking-
supposed to be off the.
No, I know, but I'm just saying no.
I've actually
it went
built-
off the rails and it flipped. The train flipped over and tumbled.
And landed on their
Correction.
rail.
For correction, Ben flew off
Yeah.
the rails. The show was doing perfectly fine. The show used to be off the rails, but then I was like, I can kind of make an interview show out of this
Yeah.
and not send everyone out of here blackout drunk. Because the first couple episodes were like,
Oh, it was
let's drink
bad.
500 beers,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
26, and then Tony wired a can. It was that's how fucking bad it was. Thank God we stuck around
Yeah, it was
at your place.
Yeah.
At that night.
Yeah,
Well, that was just the reason why I brought that much because I know
there was
I
a Banging
stuck
Beers
around.
episode where he got so drunk he passed out. I left him here on the floor. I went to a bar in St. Clair and came back and he was still sleeping on the
Oh
floor.
man.
I was like, right where I left him. Because Ben like do a Banging Beers. If we did one or two of them on a Saturday night, and Ben's just
Oh,
like,
boy.
it ain't over till it's over. And then like we're sitting there like hanging out, and all you hear is, I was like, Ben just like, it just keeps going.
You drank the whole growler himself.
yeah, pretty much. I
But anyway,
changed
that-
significantly.
See how you just take over? You just fucking.
Yeah.
This is start over a plug. Andy, what do you got the plug?
Yeah, listen to Ben's Bang Beers.
Yeah.
If you like professional wrestling, why don't you stop by Hazleton Holy Family Academy PPW, and you can see
I will be there.
Enzo will still be there. Madison Rain, Rhino, and
Frank Mir,
and Austin
Aries.
Aries. Yeah,
Yeah. It's gonna be a great
and I'll
time.
be there as well.
I was gonna say, are you gonna be there?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm
It
gonna
should-
be.
It should be a good show.
If you want to come hang out, I will be sporting my brand new
Whoa.
Tornado
Tag Tornado Mania shirt. I'll be the guy in the bright
Bright-
red
bright,
yellow
yeah.
shirt. Yeah.
That's cool.
It should
I
be
like
a good
that.
show. Yeah, I think the most expensive ticket is $25.
I'm actually going to be there pretty early.
Oh yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
you're
I'm going up
to
early to hang out with the Wicked
Yeah,
Turtle guys.
That's what I got going on. You know, Call of Power will be recorded Friday probably. So need some likes on that page. It's only like 92 likes or something like that.
We'll help you out. We'll send some
Yeah.
people over.
Because I started posting like news stories there too. Just like I posted to ours and I posted.
Yeah,
there, you know,
100%.
That's about it.
It's a good show too. Check it out. Maybe I can hook you guys up with some mics after we.
Yeah,
fucking get-
I'm trying to say like I gotta get a good mic, but my problem is my friend. I had to put him through a mixer because he only wants
You have to get a
use his
mixer.
phone. Because a lot of times he'll be out and about.
Oh my God,
He doesn't
I
have a laptop to sit or a desktop to sit.
So
at.
he's like on his phone.
Yeah.
Tell him to get a head like an earpiece.
Yeah, well, he has
Like a Bluetooth.
headphones.
Does the headphone have a microphone on it?
I don't know.
He definitely needs a headphone with
yeah,
microphone on
yeah.
it. Yeah, definitely. Because it'll take away a lot of that background noise.
Yeah.
But there's a mixer I just found. I know we're going to want a quick little side tangent. It's called the Rodecaster Pro. It's a 4-channel mixer, and it's, oh my God, it's beautiful. It's got like little sound buttons on it.
Really?
It's like,
Oh wow!
it's so,
we need to start having drops like Howard Stern show.
you can literally program 12 drops.
Oh, that's awesome.
But literally what I can do is when I start the show, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But I can literally put the intro to the show in the drops.
Oh, so you just that's
So we can
cool.
hit the
Yeah.
button and then come in naturally as if
Yeah.
we just heard
Hey,
the
and
intro.
you know what? I was at Boyer's and there was an old lady wearing a Look Alive shirt. My old lady, I mean, she was probably
Yeah.
at least 60. And there was a young guy with her, and it might have been a Look Alive guy, but I don't know what any of them look like.
Yeah.
So I walked by and I was like, he looked at me. I was like, hey. He's like, hey, how's it going? I was like, hey, man, how are you? And I was like, you're probably somehow connected to Look Alive.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But I don't know.
I'd have been like, your show is the intro to our podcast.
Yeah. I should be like, down, 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 down.
Their video's so funny with the little mouth.
Yeah. That is good.
Yeah, so yeah. And then that's a cool thing too. Go check out our guys, Look Alive Boys. They have some shows coming up, but go check out their Facebook pages and Spotify links and go listen to their music. But hey, what do you got to plug?
Actually, I want to. A friend of mine at work this week, a work friend, we have a new fan.
Yeah, that's so awesome to hear that.
He's a brewer, so I wanted to plug Bonsai Brewery. I believe it's out in the valley. I'm pretty sure it's Higgins.
Okay.
There you go. So Ben knows somebody else that works there.
I know the
actually.
valley.
Actually, I know the brother of the brother that works with Bonsai.
Gotcha.
Hopefully, I'm hoping by at least November. Who was that?
It was the ice in my cup. I was drinking from the ice got caught.
The beer bottles in Ben's pockets.
Because Ben leaned.
The ghost of the bartender is
Yeah.
back.
Hopefully by November we'll have 4 brand new mics.
Oh, wonderful.
And those 4 brand new mics can then take us to on the road
okay,
locations.
Could we maybe go to Bonsai Brewery?
Yes.
Is that an option?
So
Is he named after Yokozuna's friendship? That's what I want to know. Bonsai!
when we go to that brewery, I will
ask him that
try to
question.
find a Yokozuna T-shirt to wear for that episode.
What if you go there, there's a big picture of Yokozuna? He's like, oh, I love him.
If there's not, we're definitely going to try to get him to do it.
Is this guy aware? I
Yeah.
wonder. You know?
Yeah.
That's cool, though.
Don't forget, we have that other Marley's.
Yeah,
to
so
do
we can.
as
So
well, yeah.
maybe December we can start setting some stuff up and start doing. Because I just got reached out to by the Greystone as well. The Greystone wants to start doing stuff
Really?
with us. Yeah.
Sweet.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Dave
I
Martin.
won't talk any trash. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
And Dave Martin said that Tattered Flag wanted us on a show.
Yeah.
They wanted to do a show.
I
I
always
know
say-
somebody else that wants you to do a remote too. I'll talk to you after.
I always say the food at Tattered Flag is very good.
Yeah.
I was
So
there
there's a
once.
lot of places that want us to go there and do shows there. So there might be a night we just sit down and do this show at at a business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so it's really maybe we can do like if Alchemist Cove has a section we can do
Yeah.
it in there like
Yeah.
anything like
I'm
that.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think you'd love that actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably because imagine all putting a shop over. You know?
Yeah.
I was gonna go down today for the J.J. Abrams Spider-Man comic that came out. I heard it was very good.
Oh yeah, Tyler said it was good. I actually just downloaded some stuff. I'll before we quick jump off here because it wasn't supposed to go this long. I was actually wrapping at like an hour 40 or
Oh
an
my
hour
God.
30, and it went another half hour.
Oh, jeez.
Man.
Well, let's bring it home.
Let's bring it home. Let's
Bring it home, boys. Let's give him the Iggy. The rest of them.
let me just give you a quick little bit of a
Fileggi.
rundown real quick of what I have.
The old promoter holds up the pencil.
If I could figure out how to get into my stuff.
What Comixology? Or the way that Tyler reads them and gets them unsavory.
So I got because I have I have Amazon Prime. I got
Okay. Sometimes they give you free issues too.
yeah. So I got the unlimited. So it gave me some free stuff.
Okay.
I just can't find. Oh, here it goes.
I'm
So I
not
got
using
Avengers
it.
vs X-Men,
That's a good series.
Batman Nightfall, the Black Panther one,
That's where Bane breaks his back.
Chilling Adventures of Sabrina,
Absolutely.
Civil War 1 and
Phenomenal.
2.
So one is better than two. Two's still all right.
Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe.
Not bad.
One issue of Doomsday Clock.
It's good, but it takes forever to come out.
Infinity Gauntlet.
Wonderful.
Punisher Max complete.
There's a bunch of Punisher Max, but they're usually good, especially if it's Jason Aaron run.
Is that like the real mature content?
Yeah, the
ones?
Max.
There's a whole bunch
Curses.
of I got I guess this month they were just doing a shit ton of
Deadpool.
Daredevil.
Oh, Daredevil.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I got Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. I got Daredevil. I guess this is the new run.
He has so many great writers. Frank Miller, Kevin Smith.
Umbrella Academy season book 1.
Now there's the first one I don't know anything about.
What if Civil War? What if Planet Hulk? And then what if Spider-Man and what if Wolverine, Enemy of the State?
Okay,
so I have some what ifs to
They're
read.
all new what ifs. They're not.
Grabbed a
usually so
Nightwing
great.
from the DC the reboot.
That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Tim Seeley does the writing for that one. That was pretty good.
Yeah, so I got some cool comics
Shows
to
off
read.
them
So
a little
hopefully I'll have something to talk about next show as well. So we'll wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much. I didn't cut any plugs off, right? You got yours out?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alrighty. All right. See you guys so much. And what was his name? The new guy, the bonsai guy,
Chris Carl.
Chris. Thank you so much for tuning in, man. And we'll come drink some of your beers and have a good time. Or you can come hang out with us. Either one. We'll figure it out.
Bonsai.
You're gonna throw salt in his
Yeah.
eyes. Like,
I'm so stereotypical.
Pocket sand.
Kind of hurt my ears.
We talked about some.